What's up, Knicks fans? What is up? What is up? What is up? How is everybody doing today? Yes, this is a Mets channel exclusively, but of course, I had to put up the poll and see what the subscribers wanted since our New York Mets failed us in October. And lo and behold, Knicks fans came through more than Ranger fans, more than Cowboy fans. And if subscribers want me to stream some Knicks games, we are going to do some Knicks games. So thanks once again for tuning in to Talking Mets with Rob. Yes, it is Knicks opening night. Knicks versus. Sorry, hold on one second. No camera, Rob. What do you mean? I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. There's some technical difficulties. Let's see. Let me just double check here. Are we good? My camera is off? That's not good. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on. Let me just check something. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. A little bit of technical difficulties. Oh, boy. That's interesting. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. Interesting. Alrighty. What's going on over here? All right. Hold on, guys. Hold on. There we go. Do you guys see me now? We're good? We're good now? Am I able to? I think I see myself on my channel as well. So I think we should be okay. All right. I think we're okay, guys. I think we're okay. All right. There we go. All right. So, I got to support my Rangers, support my Mets. And of course, I am a Knicks fan as well. Again, probably my third sport or probably fourth sport. But you know what? I always loved the Knicks. I grew up in the 90s. So, the Starks days, the Ewan days, Oakley days, those are my guys. So, this team is looking a lot more exciting with the Brunson signing. Of course, extending R.J. Barrett 4 years, $120 million. The first draft pick, homegrown talent to sign an extension with the New York Knicks since Charlie freaking Ward in 1999. I mean, some people that are probably watching right now probably weren't even born yet. So, right now I'm watching the Padres and the Phillies. The Padres took the lead 7-4, but we are right here waiting for the Knicks versus Grizzlies. First game of the year, opening night for the Knicks in Memphis, Tennessee against the Memphis Grizzlies. Of course, Ja Morant is the man in town for the Memphis Grizzlies. Obviously, the Mets fell just short of getting Ja Morant as the number 3 overall, getting the number 3 pick overall, and ended up with R.J. Barrett. And it could have been a lot worse. Again, Zion Williamson was the guy, Ja Morant was the guy, and the Mets obviously had to pick third, but that's okay. So we are here tonight. Knicks game audio from ESPN. The game will be on ESPN. So this is like a little bit of a Knicks pregame live for you guys, just like we do with the Mets. We're going to do very similar things. Obviously, you can't follow the basketball game like you can a baseball game with game day of Major League Baseball during a Mets game. So we are going to do game audio with a full screen there as well. What I'll show you, what I'll do, so you have an idea of how we do it, just like we did it with baseball. But if you're new to the channel and you are a basketball fan, I'll show you what I do so you have an idea of what we do on this channel when Mets baseball is going strong during the season. So it will look something like this. Just give me a second and I'll show you guys so you have an idea of what we're doing here on the channel. All right, just give me 1 second, guys. There we go. All right, so basically it will look like this. Obviously, the background's a little bit different. Very similar to what you usually would see during a baseball game, except for it's Knicks basketball. So I'm going to leave up the screen like this so you get my instant reactions and, my interactions during the game. And you will get the full game audio just like you did with the Mets games, wherever they're playing on the channel. You'll get the TV broadcast here on the game audio and, of course, instant reactions from you guys on the chat. And don't forget, guys, you always got to hit on that like button so we can get the stream out to more people. And people are going to look at Talking Mets at Rob and saying, hey, this guy's doing Knicks basketball. Well, hey, let's give him a try. So, it adds on to the channel, keeps the channel going during the offseason. Yes, I'll be doing NLCS and ALCS games as well. You got the Phillies and Padres tonight, right now. And then tonight in about a half hour, you got the Yankees and the Astros for game 1 of the ALCS. So, with that said, what is the starting lineup for our New York Knicks tonight? And it is Brunson, Fournier, Barrett, Randle, and Robinson. A very interesting lineup. Starting 5 for the New York Knicks. It's on the bottom of your screen if you didn't hear what I said. Brunson, Fournier, Barrett, Randle, and Robinson. And we all know the struggles of Julius Randle last year. Yes, Volcano, I am a Cowboys fan. Unfortunately, they got their ass kicked against the Eagles. So we all know about the struggles that Julius Randle had after he signed his big extension with the New York Knicks, after he had a career year in the pandemic year. Knicks signed him to a big deal, which I think a lot of Knicks fans were very happy about because of the way he played. Let me just get out of here for a second. All right, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. All right, cool. So we all know how he was when it came to how good he was. He basically put this team on his shoulder in the pandemic year. And then the Knicks, why not sign one of these guys that seem like finally found his way in the NBA? And he's a New York Knick. No Knick fan was mad about that. But then last year happened. A total disaster of a coaching outcome with Thibodeau, which was a problem with this team. He didn't want to play the young players, kept on bringing the veterans out there. It became a huge problem. We got a good young core there with Toppin and Grimes and all these guys that you want to think that can make this team better. The youth that is on this team. And it's guys like Mitchell Robinson. It's always guys, Emmanuel Quickly, all those guys that you wanted to see to play every day, especially when the Knicks weren't playing well. And you see veterans like Derrick Rose and the guys. Nobody wants to see Fournier, even though he's in the starting 5 tonight. He's a shooter. That is about it. Plays no defense. You want to see the young kids who have heart, and you want to see guys grow like RJ Barrett. Again, we're looking for RJ Barrett to take the next step, right? You're paying him 4 years, $120 million to be that superstar. Can he make it to that next level? It's a wait and see. Every year he's gotten better. Every year he's gotten better shooting percentage-wise. And it's just the type of guy that, yes, the Knicks had no choice but to take Barrett in that Williamson-Morant draft. And they had to take Barrett. It was the only option, and they took him. And everybody's like, oh, a Duke player. All right, he's good, but he wasn't a good shooter coming out of college. He can only drive left to the basket. But we've seen what he can do over the last couple of years, that he just continued to get better, got better with shooting. All of a sudden, he started to go to his right a little bit more and get into the rim. But now, the bigger problem with the Knicks, and we all knew what it was the Knicks and not having a point guard. Somebody to set up Julius Randle, set up Obi Toppin, set up Barrett. So you didn't have to worry about, yes, when Derrick Rose came, you seen the difference when he first came over to the Knicks, what a point guard can do to this team. And Derrick Rose obviously is way past his prime, but you saw what a good point guard can do to set up plays like Randall Barrett top in and, making that quick pass to Fournier, who is just a 3-point shooter. So you want to get that guys around the perimeter, or at least Fournier around the perimeter, that would have to go now to Brunson, who is a guy that we know he's not a superstar point guard, but you know what? He was the best point guard on the market. The Knicks got him. And he is a guy that has playoff experience. He's a guy who's, is a young veteran, and he's played well coming over from the Mavericks. And he's just a really good player. And he was averaging a little over 17 points a game in the preseason. And he's just going to set up guys that the Knicks have not had somebody carrying the ball. You don't need your best player coming up the court carrying the ball when he's not necessarily a point guard. He'd be a shooting guard. You don't need those type of guys running up the court handling the ball when they don't got great handle. You want a guy that can pass the ball, that can open up the floor a little bit, where they might have to double team you and then a quick pass, and then you get that open guy that's on the perimeter like Fournier. I think that's the reason why Fournier's in this starting five in this lineup, because of the fact that he's one of the guys that can actually shoot on this team when he's hot. And it makes sense. Now you have a point guard. Now other teams that are defending you now have to worry about Brunson driving to the net. You know what? A quick pass to the outside. Boom. Fournier's open for the three. Boom. There we go. Bing bong, right? That's the way the Knicks basketball should be played, and it hasn't been played like that in a long time. And let's talk about Mitchell Robinson, because Mitchell Robinson is a beast on the boards. There is no doubt about that. Mitchell Robinson has gotten better over the years. He is a problem in the perimeter, inside the paint. And he's just that guy. He's big. He's strong. He's a rebound machine. And it's just expected that he's just going to only get better. The Knicks also signed Robinson as well. We could talk about Julius Randle. He's in better shape than he was last year. And you could see he gained a little bit of weight. He wasn't the same player. The fans got to him. He was much better playing on the road than he was at the Garden, which should not be the case. You are playing at the world's most famous arena. Knicks fans want to cheer for you. They were cheering MVP when they got the opportunity to come back during the pandemic year to watch you play. And then starting 2021, you get an MVP chance and one of the biggest ovations other than RJ Barrett in the opening night at the Garden last year. So Julius Randle, we know he's got the talent. If he just plays his game, he doesn't. Remember, Julius Randle was basically the point guard most of the year last year. He was carrying the ball up the court. That don't make no sense. He is not that guy to handle the ball, to make other players better around them. Now you got a guy that can facilitate the offense, is an actual point guard on this team in Jalen Brunson. He is going to open up the floor with Barrett, with Randle, who is also a very good shooter from the perimeter as well. So now you have, I want to see how the offense, you've seen it in the preseason. There's a lot more movement around the preseason. We know Thibodeau is a defensive guru, but this is an offensive league now. Defense is nice, yes, but you also got to score points to win ball games as well. And with the New York Knicks, they had problems, scoring. And when you're not scoring, listen, I think defense actually helps your offense. If you play well defensively, you don't have to be, the 90s Knicks and perform and, keep these guys at 90. Everybody scores 95 plus in the NBA now. You have to score the win in the NBA. And the Knicks do have guys that can score. Like I said, the preseason, a little over 17 points per game for Jalen Brunson. Again, I'm not going to be somebody that said I watched Jalen Brunson when he was with the Mavericks. I not watched him a lot, but I know how good he was. and he's very good. Not a superstar, but good enough. And again, he's got guys around him that can score. He doesn't have to be the main scorer. He'll score his 15 to 20 points a game, but what you want to see the assist. That's what you want to see. You want to see him facilitate. That's what we need from Jalen Brunson. We don't need much more than that. If he scores, great. He's a pretty good shooter. But you were looking for him to facilitate the ball to Barrett, to Randle, to Fournier, getting it down low to Robinson. That's what you want to do. And that's what the Knicks have been missing for many, 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 many years. And again, the Knicks haven't had a point guard in so long. And it's about time that they got a competent point guard that is in his prime. Not a Derrick Rose that passed his prime, but you see what Derrick Rose did when he came. He facilitated around the floor, but the Knicks didn't have, Barrett was getting better, but he's not at the level that we think he can get to. You didn't have a good Randle at the time. And I just expect let's see. All right, Joe, thank you. So we look at it in a way where, thank God, the Knicks finally realized that they needed a point guard, because you can't have Barrett running up the court as a facilitator and setting up a play. Randle is not that type of player. These guys are not LeBron James, right? These guys are not Kevin Durant, right? Even Kevin Durant is not, he can do it, but you still need a point guard. You don't want Kevin Durant bringing it up the floor when you want to facilitate to him. And that's what you see from a lot of really, really good teams. They got really good point guards that can facilitate the other guys, score, but also make the team around you and the guys around you better. And I think Brunson can do that. Again, it's a tough game tonight. The Grizzlies are good. We know how good John Morant is. The Grizzlies lineup, the starting five just came out. Morant, Bane, Conchar, Aldama, and Adams. Those are the guys for the five for the Grizzlies. So on the bottom of your screen, you got the Knicks starting five. We got Brunson, we got Fournier, we got Barrett, we got Randle, and we got Robinson. Obviously, some people might be shocked that Fournier made the starting five, but I think you need a pure shooter in this starting five, and that's exactly what Fournier is. And, you got Robinson to control the paint. Obviously, Brunson is the facilitator, and Barrett and Randle are the guys that are like a Swiss Army knife, right? Barrett's not a great shooter, but he's gotten better. So now defensively for other teams, they have to worry about the perimeter now for the Knicks. Now when Brunson is taking it to the hole, he can shoot it outside and bring it to a guy like Randle, who might be standing outside the three-point line, or Fournier. And now you got Barrett, who might be standing there as well and looking like the player that we think he could be. So now, not only do the Mets, I keep on saying the Mets. Why not, right? The game is not on ESPN. I mean, on MSG. They're on, they're not on MSG. They're only on ESPN. So I'm going to do the ESPN broadcast because I don't see it on MSG. So it's going to be an ESPN audio. Again, basketball, I think it's not very hard to call a basketball game nationally. In most of the basketball games now, everybody gets national games. So it's not like baseball where you get so accustomed to, or even hockey for that matter. You're just more concerned about the game itself. I don't think basketball announcers can ruin a game like hockey and baseball. And ESPN does a pretty good job broadcasting wise. And Mike Breen usually does some ESPN games as well. So usually national games as well. So maybe, I don't know who's doing the game for the Knicks on ESPN, but we'll find out rather shortly in about 10 minutes or so. So once again, guys, welcome to Talking Mets at Rob. Again, I'm not expecting a big audience. People like, who the hell is this guy Talking Mets at Rob doing a Knicks live stream? So again, it takes you guys to hit on that like button and to share it on your social media pages, or just share the stream in general. And the more people that like this stream and hit on that like button, obviously it goes at the top of the list on people who are looking for a stream that is not associated with the Knicks. Now, again, I don't know how many people are streaming the Knicks games live. I do know there's a couple of Knicks channels that do very well, and they do like pre and post for every game and all that stuff. So good for them. Again, this is not going to be a Knicks channel exclusively. Maybe in the future, if it does get more views, we'll talk about maybe not just being a Mets exclusive channel, even though that's what I really want to do. But again, the Mets were very disappointed in October. So what am I supposed to do? Hopefully in October, we don't have to worry about that, and we can go deep into the playoffs year after year, and we'll go right into the off season with Mets hot stove instead of not having nothing to do in the month of October. So with that said, guys, don't forget to hit on that like button. And also, if you are a new subscriber to the channel, let me know where you're from. Are you just subscribing because you are just a basketball fan and a Knicks fan? Let me know. I know there's people that are clearly from subscribers because of the Mets who are also Knicks fans, and you guys obviously voted on the poll, and it wasn't even close. Like from the Cowboys, Rangers, and Knicks, it was like around 48% that wanted me to stream Knicks games instead of Rangers or Cowboys. Even though Rangers and Cowboys got a pretty good amount, 27%, I think it was for both of them. The Cowboys got the least, but that I'm not shocked by that. But I'll probably do some Ranger games here and there. I will be doing probably a Yankee Astro game, a Phillies Padres game. I think it's always cool. Look, baseball fans are baseball fans. You still love the sport, even if your team is not in. Even though it's disappointing that you see the Phillies who are in the Mets division, you see the Padres who kicked the Mets ass in the wild card, and you see the Yankees back in the ALCS since 2019 against the Astros. Again, the worst nightmare for a Mets fan is seeing the Phillies, basically 2009 all over again, Phillies-Yankees World Series. Listen, if I can get a wish, I'd rather have the Padres and the Astros. Yeah, I know it won't be appealing to a lot of baseball fans, and Major League Baseball will probably rather have Yankees-Phillies as like the rematch of 2009, as that's the way they'll do it. But still, let's hope that the Padres and the Astros can make the World Series, so I don't have to hear Yankee fans at my job or all around the country talking their nonsense. And, if you saw how they celebrated outside of Yankee Stadium in the Bronx after they beat the Guardians, like they won the World Series, like, relax. You won the ALDS, and you took the Guardians to Game 5, where you should have destroyed that team. So, I know I'm going into baseball a little bit, but let's be honest. This is a Mets channel. This is a baseball channel. But we will see how this Knicks stream goes. Again, I don't expect to get the turnout that I would usually get for a baseball game. It's easily 100 to 200 plus in a baseball stream when I do Mets games. So I don't expect, that turnout in a Knicks stream just because, well, it's a baseball channel, right? There's Met fans that don't like, there's baseball fans that don't like basketball. It is what it is. Again, we'll see how it goes, and it'll be a lot different, obviously, from a baseball game, because you can watch game day and see what's going on. You get the instant reaction from me, and you also get the game audio. So again, we'll do it the same way as always. We'll always do the game audio when it goes to commercial, timeouts, halftime, and all that. I'll pop back on and talk about what was going on. So once again, guys, don't forget to hit on that like button, and hopefully you enjoy the stream. It is different. We'll see how it works out. It's going to be very different for me as well. And, I do know a little bit about basketball. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm not ESPN expert, but I've played basketball. I've watched the Knicks for a very long time. I grew up in the 90s, so clearly it's just the way it is. No, I'm not going to lie. My last Knicks jersey or shirt was Carmelo Anthony. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie about that. I bought an RJ Barrett shirt a few days ago because the Knicks haven't really signed any of their real homegrown talent. So who the hell am I going to get? I'm not a big fan of Julius Randle. I don't really like, there's nobody that I'm not going to buy a shirt or a jersey that for a player that's not going to be on this team because the Knicks just recycled players for many, many, many years. So don't worry. I got my Knicks shirt coming. I got my RJ Barrett shirt coming. So again, you guys know I'm not a big jersey guy, and that goes for basketball. Yes, I got a couple of baseball jerseys because, well, baseball is my life, but I'm mostly a shirt type of guy with all types of different designs and all that stuff. So we'll see how it goes, right? Rangers shirt and Mets hat. You got to go with that. Joe, I think the Knicks are going to be like top 6 in the East, around that, maybe 5. The East is very strong, so I don't think, they'll make the playoffs. We'll just see. I don't think they're going to win 50-plus games, but I think they'll be in the middle of the pack in the East for sure. They'll make the playoffs. Some people were projecting them to, make the play-in game. I think they'll be a little bit better than that. But again, you have to see. There's a lot of new, there's a new guy running this lineup, running the starting 5 in Brunson. They're going to get accustomed to each other. I know they got the preseason and practice and all that, but you got to see how they do during an actual game when the pressure's on, when the lights are shining bright. We'll see. And, we need Barrett to take that next step to superstardom. I don't think he's ever going to be a John Morant. I'm not expecting him to be a Durant or a Kyrie or somebody like that, or even, or a LeBron James level. But he needs to be on that star level, maybe like a Luka Doncic, something not even to that level, but he needs to be a star. He's already at almost getting there, but he needs to surpass that, and we'll see what he can do in a little bit. So I'm going to turn on the game. They got the pregame going on right now, and let's hopefully the Knicks don't wear that City Connect jersey that I cannot stand. So I like the Knicks' new hoodies. Those are pretty cool. I might get one of those. I like those. Again, it's blue and orange, so it's a little easy to adjust. The majority of 90% of my closet is blue and orange, so it's kind of easy to go, and then you get the Rangers blue and red. So, but again, they're showing Julius Randle right now, and look, Julius Randle is in a lot better shape than he was last year. You could just tell. And you know what? His attitude changed as well. And he realized that this team is not a bad team. And, the fans don't want to boo him. The fans don't want to get on him. The fans want to cheer him. I mean, it's only 2 years ago, not even a year and a half ago, they were chanting MVP. So, it comes time where you got to step up. The Knicks paid you to be basically the guy for this team. You had a good year. They paid you to be the guy, and there it goes, right? Well, we don't get porn bots, but we get these bots, right? That's funny. So, once again, guys, the game's about to start just now on ESPN. Once again, game audio and instant reaction, just like we do with the Mets baseball game. So if you're tuning in for the first time, you're a first-time subscriber, let me know where you're from. And if you're a subscriber just because you're a Knicks fan or because you're wondering why is the baseball channel doing Knicks streams, well, I did a poll. People were unfortunately disappointed as Mets fans not going further in October, and they wanted Knicks live stream. So, why not do what the subscribers want, right? That's the whole point. So let's see how this goes. I don't expect a big audience. Hopefully it gets bigger over time, but we will see. So Knicks Grizzlies coming up on ESPN. Once again, game audio and instant reactions from you guys and me. So here we go. We do got Mike Breen and Jeff Van Gundy, Knicks all around. So there we go. Van Gundy, obviously, we talked about the 90s, how important he was to the New York Knicks, and we got Mike Breen. Bing bong, baby. So here we go. So we got Knicks announcers, which is just perfect. I know Van Gundy has been an ESPN guy for a while, but you get the Knicks history with obviously the Knicks broadcaster in Breen. So here we go. Knicks Grizzlies coming up. Gonna change over to the way we'll be doing Knicks games because obviously game day is not very, you can follow baseball a lot easier than you do basketball because obviously it's a quicker sport and, it's a little harder to follow. But again, you get the audio as we always do. So Joe says 7th and 8th seed. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Studied, you get a 2.5 hour, basketball, obviously if it goes to overtime, it's going to go longer, but usually it's about a hockey game, right? 2.5 hours, like a football game, sometimes 3, going into a basketball game, it'll end probably rather quickly, 9:30, usually the game ends close, 7:30. So it'll probably be close to 10 o'clock, but hey, that's the way it should be. And, with baseball, you can be here for hours. So it's a little bit easier. Sorry, guys. This got sick. All right. ESPN scorecard. See, again, I'm learning here. I'm learning here. Let's see. What is that from just the website itself? You see, I'm learning here. ESPN scoreboard. Let's see. All right, I'll check. Never hurts to check, right? Learn as we go. All right, I'm just checking it now. Give me a second, guys. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Gamecast. All right, I got you. All right, there we go. All right, that's not a bad idea. Good. Thank you, Charles. Thank you. See, I live and learn. Hey, listen, I'm not saying I was no expert here, so. All right, Gamecast. Ready? All right, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing here, but hey, listen, live and learn. That's the way I see it. Just give me a second. Let's see how we do this here. All right. Well, I'll try to do as many Knicks games as possible. All right, but I'm going to stick to baseball as much as possible as well. So, all right. So let's see how this works. All right. Whoops. All right. Let's see. Let's see. All right. And yeah, Quentin Grimes is out with a foot injury, so he's not on the roster one of the active players today. So Quentin Grimes, you're not going to see another young player that the Knicks got who showed some flashes last year as well. Something like that. Talking next year, Rob. But yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna Gamecast again. I'll see how it works, and we'll see what we're doing here. So I'll see how it starts off, and then we'll go from there. All right, hold on, guys. Let's get this going here. All right, here we go. Now I'm assuming Gamecast shows like when it starts and all that fun stuff, right? That's the way I see it. All right, let's give it. All right, so let's just leave it like that for now. Again, we're living and learning, guys. So the game's going to start on ESPN just now. Again, you're going to get the game audio as well. So as soon as the commercial ends and the game starts, as soon as tip-off happens, we'll be ready to go. So, our friend Ken is emailing me, and I don't know, I don't think he's a basketball fan, so he probably won't show up here. All right. So, once again, guys, thank you for tuning in to Talking Mets with Rob, doing a Knicks live stream. So, that's always fun. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Again, 20 viewers is not bad for people who don't know I'm doing Knicks stream, so I can't complain there. All right. Yeah, always delayed tip-off. It's ESPN. They do it with baseball too, so unfortunately. Again, I'm not going to be one person that looks at GameCast during basketball games. I'm not even going to lie to you. But when it starts, I'll let you know. Well, you guys will know. So, yeah, we're all pissed about the Mets. But you know what? The Dodgers are pissed and the Braves are pissed, right? 14 games, won between 3 teams, and all of them are out of the playoffs, not even past the first round. That sucks. But it shows you, we talked about this throughout the season, right? It's a team who gets hot. That's why people talk about, oh, we're better than you. We're better than, the Mets fans, Braves fans go back and forth. We talk about, oh, look at the record. Look at this. It doesn't matter. When you get hot at the right time, that's what matters. And again, we all knew the American League was very weak. So it's not a shocker that the number 1 and number 2 seed made it to the ALCS. Nobody's shocked in the National League that a 5 and 6 seed are in the NLCS. The reason why is because it's the teams who get hot. And we all knew the Guardians, the Mariners, the Rays, they weren't very good. And we all knew that. And we knew that they were weak. And the American League was a very, very weak league. There was only a couple of teams that were very, very good. In the National League, you have teams like the Padres who got better at the trade deadline. Like, you don't just get Juan Soto and Josh Bell and Hader and Drury and think that they're not a team that could be a powerhouse. And the Phillies got hot at the right time. They do have one of the better pitchers in the game in Zach Wheeler, and Nola, even though he struggled today, been very good for them. And again, the offense of the Phillies are dangerous. They're very dangerous. Again, I still think they're a bad defensive team, but they got better defensively. So, of course, ESPN is they're saying they're going to start the game in 6 minutes and 22 seconds. Of course they are, because it's ESPN. So, well, yeah, I think Steve Cohen, I think the worst thing that could have happened for the Yankees, the Phillies, and the Braves was for the Mets to lose like they did and didn't make a deep run into the playoffs. The reason why I say that is because Steve Cohen talked about the 3 to 5 year window of winning the championship. All right, this is technically year 2. We're going into year 3, right? There's guys like Turner out there, Aaron Judge. Obviously DeGrom is going to be a free agent. Nimmo, almost all of our bullpen, half our starting pitching is basically gone as free agents as well. I'm telling you right now, Steve Cohen, and Billy Epler said it. Steve Cohen, people think that he's going to surpass $300 million as a payroll. So if you think of that, if you look at all the money that's coming off the books, I think they're going to be around, after all the money coming off the books, they're going to be a little under $200 million. So he spent $100 million last offseason. If he spends $100 million, you're expecting him to go around $300 to $313 million, $320. Well, just think what's going to happen. Those, if you don't sign Jacob deGrom, say you get Carlos Rodon, and you re-sign a Walker or a Bassett to solidify your rotation. Now you got Scherzer as your ace. You got Rodon, who's a really good pitcher, as your number 2. Then you can think about using Bassett or Walker as your number 3 or 4. You do have Peterson and McGill that you can look at as well. You can always find a starting pitcher that's pretty good. That's a veteran that you can put as your number 5. And listen, you look at the rotations. Look, is the Yankee rotation any good after Cortez and Cole? No. 3, 4, 5 are garbage. The same thing with the Phillies. After Nola and Wheeler, and I don't think Nola's very, very good. They got Suarez, who's a good pitcher. Look at the Padres. They got good pitchers. Yu Darvish, Blake Snell, who got rocked today. And Joe Musgrove is a good pitcher. They're not great starting pitching. Even the Astros got Verlander. Yeah, they got a couple of other guys that are pretty good, but they're not. Look at the rest of the rotations in baseball. The Braves rotation, the Dodgers rotation, the Mets rotation, and they're all out of the playoffs. You know why? Because they couldn't score, right? The Dodgers couldn't score against the Padres. The Braves couldn't score against the Phillies. The Mets couldn't score against the Padres. That's the difference. So it's becoming more of an offensive game in Major League Baseball. Yes, you got to have pitching, but it comes down to the fact that the pitching just has to be good during the playoffs. It doesn't have to be great. And you can win championships. Like the 2019 Nationals, they had good pitching, but it was the offense that did it. The Braves last year was all about their offense. So it's just a matter of doing it the right way. Well, yeah, it gives us a good start for sure, free agent wise. But again, I think, that's why you got front office people that are only worrying about assessing the roster and potential free agents. That's why you got a manager and a roster to worry about the postseason. They could have been in it. And so, a lot of people think the Phillies are going to go after Swanson or Turner as well. So I think the Mets got to go after Justin Turner. I think it just makes sense, to be honest with you. It makes a lot of sense to me. So we'll see. Well, Eddie, they didn't rob us. They just played really damn well. And, the Mets were 20 games over 500 from June 1st until the end of the year. Unfortunately, the Braves had a historic couple of months from June 1st on. So there's really nothing you could do about that. But even with the Braves being so good from June 1st on, the Mets had opportunities in September to not get swept by the Cubs. Only one game we could have took by the Cubs or the Nationals or Oakland or the Brewers. Those games that we couldn't sweep, those series we couldn't sweep, ended up costing us because that Brave series should not have mattered for us. If we win, if we take the series against the Cubs, if we sweep the Nationals or take 2 games against the Nationals instead of losing 2 out of 3, that Brave series wouldn't have mattered. And it would have been a lot easier for the Mets. Look, I still think the Mets, out of all the teams, would have benefited the most from that bye because to get Marte more healthier, gave a little bit more time for Scherzer to deal with any type of issue he had with his oblique. It never hurts to give DeGrom a little bit more time. It gives everybody else to get healthier on the Mets lineup as well. It hurt teams like the Yankees. It hurt teams like the Dodgers, the Braves, the Astros, because they were mostly healthy going into the playoffs. Their stars were healthy. Look, did the layoff, I think the layoff is just an excuse for most teams because after game 1, you're in it, right? And the Braves almost came back and won game 1 against the Phillies. So it wasn't like, they weren't pitching well or playing well. They were. All right, guys, so the Knicks are about to stop. Tip-off is about to start. Knicks, Grizzlies, right here on Talking Mets and Rob. Let's go. Here we go, guys. So here we go, guys. Let me know in the chat if you can hear. Alrighty, guys. There we go. Let me just make sure we got it all good. There we go, guys. There we go. There we go, guys. We got Gamecast up right now. Here we go. Knicks, Grizzlies. Grizzlies won the jump ball. Here we go. That was quick. To get it to Morant off a decoy pick and roll so he can catch it with the head of steam and drive it to the rim. Jay Barrett off the bounce. That's the double team. There's Brunson, the new point guard. Clock down to 4.
Randle.
Oh, nice turnaround jumper, but missed it by Randle. 5-0 Memphis. Woo. Well, the defense is going to be key for the Knicks. Got to play better defense.
This is Steven Adams. Quick outlet again. Morant already in the front court. Pass deflected with hands by Brunson. Last touch by the Knicks, so the Grizzlies will take it out of bounds. Last year, the Grizzlies so tough at home, 30-11. Here at the FedEx Forum, the 56 wins tied a franchise record for those victories. Missing two key starters tonight, especially Jaren Jackson, who's going to be out for a while.
Knicks are a little bit looking like they're just running around defensively here. All right. There you go. Let Brunson set up there. Let him. Oh, Randle got that open shot. There we go. There's that first three for the Knicks, and it's Julius Randle. There you go. Better defensively. There you go. All right, another rebound by Julius Randle. Oh, passing it to Barrett. There we go. Oh, missed it. Well, playing a little bit better defensively there, getting in the faces of the Grizzlies a little bit. Randle taking the ball up court. Interesting. Not a lot of movement by the Knicks right now. There's Barrett's first points of the game in the paint. There we go. Tie game.
Flooded from the baseline. Barrett filled the dotted circle, and Randle with a very nice pass.
Be right back.
Shot won't go. And a blocking foul is going to be called on Jalen Brunson. They have the mismatch, but first of all, they have the three semi-transition for Randle, and then against the double team, good double flood by both Barrett and Robinson produces a nice running layup. If you look down here, Mike, against the high pick and roll, Durant's right-handed, but they're trying to influence it to his right because he's so very good going off to his left hand. He was a spectacular season last year, All-NBA second team. And it's rare that a player of his caliber gets most improved, but he took a big leap. He was already a terrific player. Now he's amongst the elite. Said earlier today on NBA Today, he wants to win the MVP this year. Brunson misses a shot. Mitchell Robinson foul is trying to grab.
I got a foul on Mitchell Robinson.
Adams picks up his first. The two best offensive rebounders in the league.
I never played football, like, competitively. Baseball and basketball I did.
You've seen Brunson since he was a kid, Jeff. He misses on that one. What's the thing about him? The number one thing that he'll bring to the Knicks. Well, it's not any one thing, Mike. It's as Aldana lines up the corner, too.
Grizzlies are good.
Talent, skill, and toughness. You know, he's a very reliable guy, and you need reliability from all positions, but in particular, the point guard position. Barrett, three-pointer won't go.
Barrett missed a wide open three.
9 from the field to start. John Morant. Pass inside, deflected by Robinson. Adams could not hold on to that one. Knicks will get it back.
So 10-5 right now. 8.5 minutes to go in the first.
Last year in the second round, missed the last 3 games of that second round series against Golden State.
Knicks are 2-9 from the floor.
One game lead in that series with Adams as Brunson banks it home his first regular season.
All right, Brunson's first point as a Knick.
Brunson played for the Knicks. Brunson was an assistant coach at South Pivotal, both in Chicago and Minnesota. Those two reunited in New York. Isn't that a song? Yes, I think it's the title of a number of songs. But please don't sing. No, at least not on open night.
Randle outside the Barrett, open again. Barrett's got to shoot better. 2 wide open shots and basically bricked. Wide open again. Whoa, that was a rough shot. Well, you see the problem with the Knicks already. They were just talking about it. They don't got a lot of really good perimeter shooters. Fournier's good, but if he's not hot, he's not very good from the perimeter when he's not on. Barrett is still trying to get better as a three-point shooter. Randle's okay, but you don't got that one guy that you can trust on the three-point line. There was a couple of open threes already the Knicks missed. 1 3 for the Knicks so far, and that's Randle.
They played better percentage-wise, much better without him than with him, and that speaks to their depth. Tyus Jones, an outstanding backup point guard, and just overall, they have really good
bad shots by the Knicks.
depth tonight. Just as you mentioned earlier, a number of guys, but they give their depth guys chances. Well,
third rebound by Randle already. Look good on the boards for Randle. Yeah, I don't like Randle taking the ball up the court. Taking bad shots there. All right. So first, there goes the first team foul. There you go. So it's commercial right now. So you already see a couple of things with the Knicks already that you worried about, right? We talked about there's not a lot of big three-point shooters on this Knicks team, right? Barrett, we knew coming out of college he wasn't a great shooter, and it was a big problem for him. He got better shooting, but 2 wide open threes, and he missed them. Weren't even close. Randle got the only 3 of the game for the Knicks so far. Again, Fournier is probably the best three-point shooter on the court for the Knicks right now. And that's why he's starting. He is the guy that you got to get that guy open in the perimeter, because when he gets hot, he can drain the threes easily. But again, I don't like Fournier at all. You know, again, I think the Knicks might have started Grimes instead of Fournier if he was healthy. But again, this lineup is interesting. Like I said, I was expecting more. But again, you know, with keeping Julius Randle around, Obi Toppin and him play basically the same position. So it's like, it's kind of hard for Obi Toppin to get in with Randle on the floor. You know, when Randle sits, Toppin's going to come in. So again, this is the problem with the Knicks. They got their point guard, but you've seen a couple of times already Julius Randle bringing the ball up the court. I don't think that's a good idea. He needs to get the ball from Brunson. I don't want to see Randle facilitating an offense. Set up a play. You noticed a couple of times already the Knicks looked like they were just running around playing a pickup game. And you can't do that in the NBA. Like, they got to set up plays. And Brunson needs to take the ball up a little bit more. You know, I just don't understand it at the moment. I don't like it. But again, it's early on. It's only the first quarter, so we got time. 12-7 so far in the first quarter, 6:47 to go. Knicks, Grizzlies. Thank you for tuning in. Talking Mets and Rob. Yes, I am doing a Knicks live stream. Yes, this is a baseball channel. Always will be a baseball channel. But got to get what the subscribers run. They wanted the Knicks game, you got it. See how it goes. Again, we're averaging around 30 viewers so far, so it's not too bad. You know, I'm not expecting baseball turnout here. So, so once again, guys, don't forget to hit on that like button. The game is on ESPN. You are getting the game audio from ESPN. And, of course, instant reactions from you guys and me. So let's see how it goes. Knicks struggled from the perimeter so far, from 3-point range. Randle only 3-pointer from the Knicks so far. Barrett had 2 open shots in the corner both times, and basically weren't even close. Both of them hit the ball hard. There you go, inebriated. So again, John Morant at the line. Second time at the line for Morant.
He'll sit down early, and he will quickly coming in as the first guard off the bench. Of course, Derrick Rose back and healthy this year for Tom Thibodeau. 2 quick fouls for Brunson. Not an easy assignment. Starting off against John Morant. And Clark Tyus Jones have come out for Memphis. Memphis is going under a lot of ball screens right now. One of the Knicks guards is going to have to be able to shoot it off the dribble and step behind.
Robinson travel. Oh, offensive foul by Barrett. Pushed off.
Last year, the second half of the season was so tough getting into the paint. But for both Barrett and Randle, and Tom Thibodeau always talk about this, they're 2 top scorers. They're 2 top.
Quickly is on the court, and Brunson is sitting. So let's see how they do without a point guard, actual point guard. Oh, nice block by Robinson. Knicks got the ball. Here we go. Going up. Barrett to Randle. There we go. Nice play. Oh, wow. Nice play by Morant there. Whew. Came right back down the court. All right, so once again, Randle's bringing the ball up the court. Quickly is not the point guard. Oh, Fournier going for that 3. Nice play. There we go. There we go. 15-12, Memphis. There we go. Fournier made that first 3. Again, the defense is. Oh, that was a bad 3. Luckily for the Knicks, he missed an open shot. The Knicks defense got to be better. There we go. Quickly for 3. Missed it. Very odd shooting mechanics by Quickly, but if he can make the shots, who cares how he shoots it. There we go. Another rebound. Nice rebound by Quickly. Taking the ball up the court. Again, he's the de facto point guard right now. Brunson is sitting. All right. Barrett to Robinson. There we go. And the foul. There we go. And 1, baby. There we go. All right, Robinson going to the line to tie the game. 4:54 to go in the first. Damn, I should do play-by-play for basketball, right? I think I do it better than baseball. What's going on here? I do like the passing a little bit from the Knicks. A little bit more movement with Brunson out on the floor, which is very interesting. Robinson at the line. First time in the game, seeing if he can tie the game here. And he misses. Got to be better at the line. Another wide open. Keep on missing, though. And the ball's going to the Knicks out of bounds. Once again, Brunson is sitting. Quickly is in the game as a de facto point guard right now. Knicks have been moving around offensively a little bit more movement on the offensive end for them, which is nice to see even with Brunson sitting down right now. All right, ball is to Randle. Getting into the paint, takes a shot, and 1. Nice. There we go. Julius Randle knocking down the 2 points and getting fouled. Going to the line. That was not. That was pretty good. That was nice right there with the step back.
This year he takes it right to the rim. Takes and absorbs
Steve, how you doing?
Contact and gets the high blow. Randle's season could be maybe the main barometer of how this year goes.
There you go, Steve. I love it. Get on those Atlanta fans. Let's go. And Randle gets the free throw, 17-15, 4:21 to go in the first.
to get into the play-in and maybe sneak into the playoffs. And it's a big break.
During halftime, I'll talk a little bit about what the Braves fans have been commenting to me. Oh, nice three. Even with quickly in his face. 18-17 Memphis. Randle with the ball again. A little bit of ISO ball right now. Quickly got the ball. Randle. Oh, ball was out of bounds.
You watch, this is not actually a clean pass, but a nice late pass. Tyus Jones, another corner three, and knocks it in. That's the second corner three that Morant has created. Aldama got the first one. Now Tyus Jones. Morant gets his first three-er. Falls down. Like a little shake up and quickly races back up the floor. Jones to Roddy. Aldama in and out. Rebound tested second by Barrett.
Yeah, Steve, I've been saying it. You know, people have been killing.
Hard drive to the basket, can't get it. Hartenstein, the offensive rebound. Throws it back up.
Traveled.
And it traveled.
Einstein. Big old white boy.
Access to your favorite teams and players. Want more game highlights and news straight from the source?
So I was looking on Twitter just now that Judge made a nice play to save 2 runs.
Sitting on the bench after picking up those 2 quick fouls.
I totally forgot the Yankee game started already.
Team struggling shooting, it's 35%. Grizzlies
Yeah, Steve, it's crazy.
if they keep by 1. Jones catches fires. Out of bounds. And so last touch by the Knicks. Cam Reddish will check in. Reddish.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. If the Phillies find a way to win the World Series, 3 out of the last 4 years, NL teams won the World Series.
And calling a jump shooter in combination. That's a big loss for the Knicks. There's no good defensive play on that block shot. An opportunity for Reddish. Charles Top, the part of the rotations acquired last year from Atlanta. The one thing Mike I was always told.
Sorry about that, guys.
And I think it's true in the NBA too. You get a chance every day. You don't have to, as Jones steals it and gets one to go.
2017 lead with 2:40 to go in the first quarter.
You show your coaches that you're a worker, an energy guy. They'll get opportunities. And then it's, do you cash in on the opportunity?
I'm rooting for the Astros and Padres. I can't see Yankees Phillies again. I have no interest in that. All right. Reddish with a 3. So Reddish is on the court with Quickly and Heinstein and Randle and Fournier. Defense, man. Defense. Jesus Christ. Leaving these guys wide open at the 3-point line makes no sense to me. Randle taking the ball again to Fournier.
Reddish makes his move, gets inside, goes out on top, misses.
Damn it. Gotta defend the 3-point line. All right, another break. Minute 34 to go. 23-20 Grizzlies. So once again, guys, don't forget to hit on that like button. Thank you for tuning in to Talking Mets and Rob. Doing a Knicks game on opening night for the New York Knicks in Memphis, taking on the Grizzlies. Knicks, struggled a little bit from 3 a little bit. Got to be better defensively at the 3-point line. Too many open shots for the Grizzlies right now. But you know what? The inconsistency from the Knicks right now, they're only down 3 points. And if they play a little bit better defense and play a little bit better defense at the 3-point line, I mean, the Grizzlies had about 5 or 6 open threes, and they missed a couple of them. This game should be like 30-20 right now. But So just a little update on the Yankee-Astro game. It's the top of the second. I'm assuming the Astros have some men on, and Judge made a nice play to save 2 runs. I didn't see it. I'm watching it now on my phone, but it's nothing going to the top of the second. So Tyone clearly struggled so far, and Verlander is doing what Verlander does. Carpenter is up right now in the top of the second. Yeah, Steve, the Knicks, the Phillies kind of blew their lead there. But again, I think the Padres are better than the Phillies, to be honest. I think the Padres are one of the dark horses in the playoffs because all the moves they made at the deadline just to make, they got a really good lineup. And if their stars perform, there should be no reason why they shouldn't lose. They shouldn't beat the Phillies. And a strikeout from Verlander against Carpenter. Verlander is a lot more sharper than he was against the Mariners in Game 1 in the ALDS. So yeah, guys, that's basically what yeah, exactly, committee. So unfortunately, and again, don't worry, guys. I'm going to be doing 2 videos about top 3 free agents the Mets should re-sign, and top 3 free agents the Mets should go after. And them videos are going to be fun. So let's hopefully get a lot of attention on those videos soon. And, of course, during the off, after the World Series is over, there's going to be a lot of, obviously every Monday starting already at 5 p.m. on Monday is Mets Talk Live. And probably every Wednesday after the World Series is over, we'll do a Mets Hot Stove as well. So, game coming back on. Grizzlies, Knicks, 23-20. A little over a minute and a half to go in the first quarter.
His body, which I couldn't believe because he looked pretty ripped to me last season. But he said he thought it was too heavy in the playoffs. And that
once again, Reddish quickly. Heinstein is on the court with Toppin and Derrick Rose. So the bench is on the court right now. Let's see if they can do well. They're a lot smaller on the court right now than they were. Oh, there we go. Knicks ball. Inebriated never. I never root for the Yankees. I'll tell you this right now. I'd rather have a National League team win, even if it is in our division, than to see the Yankees win. I can deal with Philly fans. I can deal with Brave fans. I can definitely deal with National fans. Yankee fans are unbearable. Yeah. All right, Cam Reddish tying up the game with a 3. Cam Reddish got talent when we got him from the Hawks. Kid's got to stay healthy. And Bader just hit a home run, 1-0 Yankees. Jesus. Freaking Harrison Bader. Amazing. I can assure you nobody expects Harrison Bader to have 3 home runs in the postseason. Amazing. Hanging breakable for Verlander. He crushed it. Oh, Steve, I'm probably gonna do a Rangers Island game for sure. I was even thinking about going to that game. All right, quickly taking it up with the final seconds. Shoots up a 3. Oh, off the rim. All right, so that is the end of the first quarter for Knicks Grizzlies. 25-23, Grizzlies are up. Yeah, but you know what? The Padres are a team that, again, I even said it earlier before the series started. The Padres are very, comparison-wise, it was a very even matchup with Mets and the Padres. If everybody pitched the way they were supposed to pitch, with Scherzer and Bassett, it's a very even matchup. Offensively, they got a little bit more firepower than the Padres, but it wasn't the big boys who hurt us. It was the Grishams of the world and the Kims and the Nolas of the world on the Padres that killed the Mets. So I'm not mad at the Padres because they were evenly matched against the Mets. You can give the pitching to the Mets and you give the lineup to the Padres, but it was the exact opposite. The Padres rotation just shut us down for 2 games. And their offense was good, but let's be honest, they, if Scherzer and Bassett pitch to their capabilities, it's a whole different series. But it is what it is. I'm not going to be mad at the Padres because I thought they were evenly matched. And they were one of the teams that, they had, 89 wins? But seriously, they're much better than that. But they cruised the whole year because they knew they weren't winning the division. So, again, it's a lot more of a disaster for the Braves losing to the Phillies in the ALDS and the Dodgers losing to the Padres in the ALDS. All right? That's a big deal. All right? The Braves had problems all year with the Phillies, as we talked about the entire season. And remember, Braves fans on my channel said they wanted Philly. Well, they got them. And now they're playing golf with the Mets. They played one more game more than the Mets in the postseason. That's, for a team who won a championship last year, that's a disappointment, no matter what the Brave fan says. So right now it's 1-0 Yankees. Harrison Bader home run on top of the second. Verlander's struggling a little bit. Again, if the Yankees hit in this series, they'll be fine. The big problem with them is if the Yankees don't, the problem with them against Houston, they don't hit against Houston. The pitching has been fine against Houston. It's the bats that have to come alive. And of course, I get Yankee fans kind of, being annoying now, texting me. So we're just waiting for the second quarter to start. Grizzlies, Knicks 25-23 after one quarter. And giving you a little bit of updates on the Astros Yankees 1-0 in the top of the second. Well, Harris, people don't realize Harrison Bader, he's not great offensively, but he always puts good at bats together. And a little surprising that he hits home runs like he's been doing 3 home runs in the playoffs. Well, all right. So the next game is on 25-23, second quarter.
First year coaching in the NBA, 11th as a head coach. He lines it up and knocks down the three. Grizzlies back up by 5. You can't give that much support off of Baines, particularly on a Tyus Jones, who's not really trying to turn the
Rose got fouled and did not get the continuation. He made the basket, but
Reddish was far too much.
Wasn't, according to the ref, it wasn't in. They didn't give him the continuation, but.
Tom Thibodeau thought that foul should be in the act of shooting instead of an extra side out. Quickly, Reddish throws. Hartenstein and Obi Thomas.
Oh, nice pass. Oh, just off the rim.
Racing up the floor.
That's true, committee.
Arabia, the other rookie, the first round pick, getting his first NBA minutes.
All right, so now the Grizzlies are missing a couple of threes here. Knicks down by 5.
Right now, these are mistakes. That one by Thomas. Derrick Rose high off the glass.
All right. Derrick Rose still got that quickness. He's up there in age, but still a good bench guy coming off the bench, filling in for Brunson. Brunson's been on the bench for a while now. Interesting.
was turned when they traded for Derrick Rose. They were muddling through, and then Rose came on the scene. Plays like that, he just coming off the bench and
You guys can hear the broadcast, right? I just want to make sure.
particularly fourth quarter score. Reddish gets out of trouble. Quickly back up top. Rose now 34 years old. Launches a three. Hartenstein trying to get a good hustle to come up with it. I really like that signing by the Knicks. I like Hartenstein's energy.
Quickly pull it. Oh my God, Jesus! Hey, Hartenstein with the basket and the foul. There you go. Nice hard-nosed player there.
Signed a 2-year, $16 million deal. Last year played for the Clippers. It was his best year. Came off the bench for Toronto and became kind of the playmaker of that second unit. I thought it was an excellent signing by the Knicks. Game tie once again. Opening minutes here in the second. He drives, goes right.
All right, 30-28 Memphis.
Goes quickly ahead.
Oh, nice. With the dunk from Toppin. Brunson's looking to come back into the game at the next whistle. Well, he averaged 17 points a game in the preseason, so I would think a little bit more than that, around 20 per game. I think he needs a lot more than 8 assists. I think he should average around 10 assists. Got to get those defensive rebounds. And a timeout by Thibodeau. 34-30, 8:56 to go in the second quarter. And with the Yankees, it is 1-0 still at the top of the second. 2-2 count with Torres at the plate. 1 on. So once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. Knicks versus Grizzlies right here on Talking Mets and Rob. And Torres pops up, but that might be a big issue. And he makes the catch, Gurriel, so it ends the inning with a Harrison Bader home run to give the Yankees a 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the second. Once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, you're just subscribing to the channel, and you're wondering why a baseball channel is doing Knicks stream, well, only because when I put up a poll, I asked subscribers, what other games do you want me to stream other than baseball? People were very excited about me doing Knicks games, and why the hell not, right? Mets were a disappointment, so what else are we going to do in October except do something else that subscribers want, because you guys drive this channel, and I want to have fun with you guys even when it's the off season for the New York Mets. But don't worry, Mets baseball is going to be rocking, and this channel is going to be going forward with videos, Mets Talk Live, Mets Hot Stove Live, MLB off season when they do the winter meetings. I'm going to do live stream for a couple of hours a day, every day during the winter meetings. Usually they're, in December, right before Christmas. So that's going to be something that I think is going to be very fun. It's going to be probably similar to the lockout. And let's hope it brings more subscribers, right? We're at the road to 4K. Unfortunately, I thought I was going to get the 4K because the Mets were going to make a deep run. But unfortunately, they are a disappointment. So unfortunately, that's the case. So 8:56 in the second quarter, 34-30 Grizzlies. You think Bruce Bochy is taking the job of Texas? I want him to come back to the well, I don't think he's going to go back to the Giants, to be honest with you. He's going to stay on the West Coast, or at least close to the West Coast. He might take that Texas job, but it's all about the money. He'll come back. All right, game's coming back on. Knicks down by 4. They're showing the sign-ins: 4-year, $104 million for Brunson, 4 years, $120 for Barrett, and 4 years, $60 for Robinson.
Brunson returns. All 3 young pieces for Tom Thibodeau in the Knicks. Brunson picked up the 2 quick fouls. Only played the first 5 minutes and had to sit. Grizzles takes it out. Reddish has already hit a couple of threes. Good boxing out that time from Tillman. Tillman's energy has really stood out in backing up Steven Adams so far. Jaron Jackson out for at least the end of this month, perhaps more.
God, leaving them open. Defense got to be better for the Knicks, man.
An excellent screen by Tillman.
All right, there you go. Einstein.
Cross court.
138. Well, it's a difference of 1 pick. It's amazing.
Put it down. I watched him a little bit last year with his college team at Brunson.
Yep, the Mets made some coaching changes, but why not?
Back in Memphis, about 1 year in college. John Calipari for the Memphis Tigers. They get to the fine game.
Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, nice play. Einstein just throwing it down. Sorry about the game cast damn thing. All right, bringing it back, guys. Oh, nice try by Cam Reddish, but a little too wild there.
Number 4 from Memphis, John Moran returns. There's Taylor Jenkins.
138. Yeah, the Braves seem to win the division every year, but yet they find ways to choke in the playoffs. Right? It's not like they've been running away. You know, all the years they win the division, they had no dynasty. So I ain't worried about that. Again, what does the division really matter at this point, right? Look who's playing the 5 and 6 seed in the NLCS. 3 division winners are all out in the first round. Yeah, well, the Mets fans don't choke. The Mets don't have enough good seasons to choke, and the Knicks didn't choke this year. The Braves had an all-time historic run in the June 1st. Well, committee, Miguel Castro's on the roster in the NL for the ALCS. Yeah, it's funny. The Knicks are not playing well, but they're only down by 4, which is crazy. What about 2009? I mean, this is what the Braves do. The Braves win divisions. They'll win one World Series, and they won't win one for 20 years. That's how they've been their entire history in Atlanta. They had the teams of dynasties in the 90s, winning division after division, and they still won world championship. $138, we agree. But at the end of the day, the Mets had going in a 1-game lead against the Braves going into the Atlanta series. So it's not like that actually cost them when they were up going into the Atlanta series. Okay, and when was the Braves championship? 95, and then you guys finally won.
It's not their strengths. Adam is 55% from Liger's career.
Hey, listen, Brave fans got cocky, but let's be honest, they're front running fan base. They always have been.
They want him to look for his offense more. Had a great season rebounding, averaged 10 boards a game, number one offensive, averaged just under 7 a game.
138. No, they weren't. The Mets weren't the favorites. The Braves were the favorites to win the division. And by the way, the Braves were the team that was supposed to make the World Series again, right? But that's what the Braves do. The Braves don't go back to back. Again, the Braves win one championship every 20 years. That's what they do. They win divisions and then they lose in the playoffs. That's what they always do.
And make you guard a smaller guy. Mitchell Robinson just picked up his third foul. And those are the fouls you can't commit if you're Robinson. He's gotten a little better every year.
Listen, the Brave fans, the Met fans, and the Dodger fans are all disappointed about what happened. Nobody should have been out in one round. It shouldn't have happened, and it did.
Leading score 15. So the starters, except for Robinson,
So that's 43-35 Memphis with 5 minutes to go.
Well short. Shooting was 33%, 14 of 43 from
Oh, looks like Houston tied the game. There you go. Tie game. 2-out RBI.
Randle gets a good look. Fournier to rebound back up. Pancho, I thought he got pushed. Fournier able to make it work.
Come on, Knicks, let's go. Down by 9. Again, leaving the 3-point open for the Grizzlies. 12-point lead.
And he can make that, and you now have to start to go over every screen on the ball. You can use that speed to attack you. That's a difficult combination.
138. Nobody says the Braves suck. You see, you're putting words in the Met fans' mouths. Nobody says the Braves suck. They got their ass kicked against the Phillies just as much as the Mets got their ass kicked against the Padres. You were supposed to be so much better than us, yet you played one more game more than us. I think the Mets should make him an offer. I think it's only right to make Judge an offer. But again, people are going to look at Judge, who's never going to have another season like he did this year. And again, Judge hasn't been a good playoff player offensively. That's something to worry about. When you're a team like the Mets, who is trying to be consistently in the playoffs, you don't need guys that can't perform in the clutch, in the playoffs. Let's be honest, if it wasn't for Bader and Stanton, it would be the Yankees would have probably lost to the Guardians if it wasn't for Stanton and Bader in that series. And Tyone's struggling in at the bottom of the second. Well, RJ Barrett isn't a bum, but obviously Morant is elite. Again, the problem with RJ Barrett is that he needs to work on his 3-point shooting, or he's just going to be a very good player, not a great player or a superstar, which the Knicks are paying him now to be that guy. But I don't think RJ Barrett's ever going to get to that point. But so it's commercial right now. It's 51-37 right now. The Grizzlies are running away with 3.5 minutes to go. So Altuve is up. Guy on second. 3-1 count. Tie game. Bottom of the second. Yeah, Alien. Honestly, I mean, that's the funny thing with. I think that kind of screwed up the Guardians because if you heard the story, they had to check out of their hotel because you expect to play the game. You check out of your hotel when it's a travel day, either going home or going to Houston, and they got stuck splitting up the team into like 3 different hotels around New York City. Some went to a hotel in Yonkers, some was in the city. So, and then on top of that, I mean, let's be honest, the Guardians didn't even look like they wanted to win that game. You don't play Caraville and not pitch Bieber. They don't challenge that safe call at first. Like, they were trying to lose that game. Like, and then Yankee fans were celebrating it in the Bronx like they won the World Series. Like, you beat the Guardians in 5 games in the ALDS. And look, they were chanting, "We want Houston." Well, you got them. You better beat them. And that's ball 4. Tyone struggling. First and second, 2 outs for Houston. Yeah, committee, I know. That's kind of sad. And you know what? They've been so bad for years. You would think they would have better draft picks and pick the right guys. That's been the bigger problem. It's like they haven't had top 10, top 5 for that matter, picks they had. They just don't pick right. And that's the problem. And, it's sad. And, like, look what I said earlier. Charlie Ward was the last draft pick that signed an extension, homegrown, in 99. That was the last time. And now RJ Barrett's the guy. And it's like, that's crazy. All right, we're back here. Knicks down by 14. See if the Knicks can find their way back here. That's a 3 for Fournier. All right.
Great patience by Randle. Never see a guy replace further in front of the ball than Fournier just did. Brilliant. Moving off the ball.
Once again, open 3, but missed it. And Brunson with a nice layup.
Second field goal for Jalen Brunson.
5 straight points for the Knicks. What's interesting about the Astros and the Yankees? Dusty Baker never got over the hump winning the World Series, and Aaron Boone obviously has not as well. And both guys have made bad decisions in the postseason, hurting their team. So, both of these managers, somebody's going to get to the World Series. And it's going to come down to who's going to make less mistakes as the manager, Baker or Boone. Because I think both of these teams are talented enough to make the World Series. It's up to the managers to put them over the top. Oh, that was a close play at first. Donaldson took his sweet-ass time. I don't know. They're going to challenge that maybe. Let's see. Yeah, he was out. So the Astros tied the game. Yeah, I know, Steve. Look at the years he had with the Giants, the Cubs. All right, Knicks down 11. 2 minutes to go in the half. Oh, nice move by Brunson. All right, got it to 9.
Simple sound pass. Now 4 assists to go with 18 points. Brunson.
Well, Alien, it's very possible. Oh, nice. Randle coming in with the dunk, getting that rebound. Well, the Warriors look good, though.
Brunson in his big debut, 13 minutes, Tucker's got 6 points, an assist. Got foul trouble early. This quickly is back in. Get a good look for 3.
Back up 12 again for the Grizzlies.
Ability to throw behind the back pass as the Knicks were trying to switch a little back screen action. I mean, that's just brilliant offense. RJ Barrett just 1 of 9 from the field. Knicks as a team just 34%.
We started out around 1959.
Back up to 12.
And then we took a hard left in East Africa.
It's in the paint. It's not Conchar. Sidestep. That's the 3-pointer from Memphis.
Oh boy, up by 15.
We didn't do all that just to get here. We did it to give you the trust and to keep
Jeez.
Once again. Trying to find it open. It's all the way inside. Blocked by Adams.
Ah, boy. Not looking good.
Shot clock turned off. No fouls to give here for the Knicks. Spain fakes. Spain drives. The tip won't go.
All right. After the first half, 61-46, the largest lead for the Grizzlies. Robert, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, man, it's the largest lead for the game is 15 points, and that's the way it ended in the first half. Knicks got it back to 9, but then the Grizzlies came back, scored 6 unanswered, and got a 15-point lead going into the half. So, again, glaring needs or glaring things to fix going into the second half. Number 1, defense at the three-point line. It's non-existent. How many open threes have the Grizzlies had in the first half? Too many. The Knicks struggled from the perimeter, struggled from the three-point line, and that hurt them as well. And that's the issue that they're having right now. That's the 2 issues right there. They're not hitting the threes that they should have made, and the defense at the three-point line is actually non-existent. Too many open threes leaving in. Listen, Thibodeau needs to fix that. I don't care if you don't have. I always think defense is effort. Defense is not learned. All right, it's not a skill. It's effort. You know, you could be a good defensive player if you hustle, and you don't see that right now. And it's the problem with the Knicks right now. They got to be better defensively at the three-point line. And offensively, the Knicks don't have a lot of great three-point shooters, and that's a problem. You know, when you're don't have to worry about defending the three-point line as a opponent against the Knicks, you can crash the boards a little bit, crush the paint a little bit, and take away the thing the Knicks do well, which is get into the paint, drive into the net. And if you take that away, well, you see what the Grizzlies are doing. They're giving you the three-point shot. If you can't make them, you're not going to win the ball game, especially in the NBA nowadays. At the three-point league, the Knicks' best three-point shooter is Fournier, who is either very hot or very cold. Right now, he's lukewarm at best. And that's exactly what you cannot do in today's NBA. And the Knicks, again, they can be good. They can be good. Maybe at the trade deadline, they might pick up a really good shooter. Maybe that can help them. That's what this team needs. All right, they're missing that. Right? You see, Brunson's look good, but again, if Brunson's going to facilitate, drive to the net, and then, move it to the outside and giving your shooters 3-point opportunities, and you're not knocking them down, well, guess what? You're not going to win in the NBA, and you're not going to win those games. That's the problem right now. That is the huge problem right now. And we can talk about the defense, but if the Knicks shot a little bit better, it would be probably a closer game at the moment. Well, yeah, Shimmy, RJ Barrett, and I talked about this before the game in the pregame. I said RJ Barrett has to become a better shooter. He is never going to be the superstar the Knicks want him to be if he does not shoot three-pointers well. He don't have to be, great, but be a little bit above average three-point wise. Let the defense worry about your three-point shot. They were giving him the three-point shot because he's not a good three-point shooter, and that's a problem. And he wasn't that at Duke, and he hasn't been that as a Knick. He has to be better. Again, he's gotten better since he's become a Knick, but you got to be better. Again, Fournier shouldn't be your best three-point shooter on this team. The Knicks didn't get better at that. Brunson's good, but Brunson's 18, 19 points a game type of guy. He's a facilitator. That's what he is. What is he facilitating? He can make all the passes he wants. He can facilitate. He can throw the ball to the outside to guys that are wide open at the three-point line. If you're not going to make it, they're not defending it. So make it harder for Brunson to make those passes. And the Knicks look really bad right now against New Orleans and Zion Williamson right now. Jeez. Well, once again, the Nets don't play defense either. So that's the other problem with them. 30-14. 50. Oh, I got 58-50, so it got closer, but that's the problem with the Nets as well. They don't have no defense. And again, they got to outscore their opponents. I know that's the NBA now, but effort goes a long way in defense. Marty, it's all right, buddy. No problem. I get it. It's postseason baseball. If you're a Yankees fan, Astros fan, Philly fan, Padre fan, why wouldn't you watch the game, right? Why would you watch game one of the NBA season is hilarious because it doesn't matter at all. So let's turn back on the Yankee game, see what's going on. Steve, you're a Lakers fan. That's cool. All right. Is what it is. Oh, so it looks like the Yankees are going to make it very interesting. Second and third with one out. Rizzo and then Stanton hit a double. Jesus, where would the Yankees be without Stanton? The Yankee fans who wanted to trade Stanton for how many years now and booed Stanton has been their best playoff hitter. They didn't want Harrison Bader. They wanted Jordan Montgomery. Bader's been your other. Bader and Stanton is basically keeping this Yankee team afloat. And yet they booed Stanton every step they get, and they hated the Bader trade. I mean, can Yankee fans be any more moronic and idiotic about, and then they boo Judge in game 2 of the ALDS. But interesting. Oh, well, the 49ers are good. Again, I think it's the quarterback that's going to hurt you guys the most. And the 49ers haven't been looking real good. I know the Eagles have been looking really good, but I still don't trust the Eagles enough to be a Super Bowl contender. So, but I'm not going to lie. You know what? Finally, I hit a 7-leg parlay, $10 bet for $880 for the NFL games. Did a couple of spreads, couple of unders, couple of money lines, bunched it together. That's a nice bet. $10, $880. I told Joe about it. Can't complain about that. So I'm going to try it once again. See if we hit another one. And Donaldson strikes out on 3 pitches. Not shocked at all. He's so garbage. It's one of the most cockiest players that you see who is not a good player anymore. Again, former MVP, but he's not good anymore, and he's so cocky. Like, oh, I hit the ball 313 feet. I'm going to watch the ball thinking it's a home run. So right now, the Knicks are at halftime right now. They're down by 15. And that's not exactly what you wanted to see. 61-46 at the half. Again, Knicks got to be better. Got to be better. Got to be better defensively at the three-point line and got to shoot better. You can't have open threes and miss them like that. They missed at least 5 open threes. You make those threes, or at least 3 or 4 of them, you're only 4 or 5 points behind the Grizzlies at the half instead of 15 down. No, Robert, I ain't going to lie. I don't roll with a lot of Knicks stuff. Jerseys but I just a couple of days ago I bought a Knicks shirt, so something to wear. Again, I tell you, the last jersey I bought or anything Knick wise was Carmelo Anthony jersey, because there's really nothing to buy, because it's like a revolving door of players for the Knicks for the last 15-20 years. So I'm just watching the Yankee game on my phone while discussing the Knicks with you, and of course baseball. Why not? Well, because, like, let's be honest, the Eagles run when they won the Super Bowl, nobody expected that to happen, right? They were a surprise team. This year, they're good, but I don't trust Jalen Hurts enough yet. Even though I think he's a very talented player, I don't know if the Eagles can be, they've played okay teams. They haven't really played really good teams in the NFC yet. Like, I don't consider the Cowboys a very good NFC team. I think the Cowboys are good, but the Cowboys are beatable, right? They got a backup quarterback in Rush that was playing. Not saying that Dak would have made the difference in that game, but the Dallas Cowboys defense is elite, but they got exposed against the Eagles. They got popped in the mount and they couldn't recover. And the Cowboys are not going to score with Cooper Rush at the helm at the rate they should score. And, I still think the Eagles are going to have trouble with better teams, put it that way. So, interesting. But you know what? Again, the NFL is interesting now. But again, the dominant teams, the powerful teams are in the AFC. So we know who they are. So, but it's interesting, right? The Jets and the Giants are playing really well right now and making it difficult for the Cowboys and Eagles with the Giants. And again, the Giants lost to the Cowboys. The Giants haven't faced the Eagles yet. So, and the Astros did get out of it. Ooh, what a pitch by Verlander to strike out Carpenter. Well, that's the Yankees' big problem against the Astros in particular. They cannot score. They get opportunities, they can't score. It's been the same issue with the Yankees for many, 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 many years. Their pitching hasn't really been the problem in the playoffs. It's been the offense. And again, when you only got, the Yankees are counting on Bader right now and Stanton. Where has Judge been, right? Judge is nowhere to be found. Right now, Torres, not great in the playoffs so far. He's been okay. But again, the Yankees are not going to win if Judge doesn't perform well. You need Stanton and Judge. You don't need Bader and Stanton. That's not going to work, all right? Bader can be Daniel Murphy in the playoffs, but Daniel Murphy was a big part of the Mets in 2015 getting to the World Series. But let's be honest. There was a lot of other players. Granderson was very good in the postseason. The Mets pitching was excellent in the postseason. Cespedes was really good in the postseason. that's you cannot have your MVP of the season not show up. He has 2 home runs. What does he have? 10 strikeouts, and he's batting under 200. I'm sorry. You can't be that bad in the postseason, right? Yankee fans can say whatever they want about 27 World Championships and how good their team is, but you are not a legendary or great Yankee until you perform in the postseason, all right? Derek Jeter didn't make his name, right? Derek Jeter's stats, Derek Jeter never won an MVP. He was never the best player in the season. But when it counted in the playoffs, he always got that clutch hit. Always got that clutch home run. I remember when he hit that home run against the Mets in the World Series in 2000. I remember that till this day. I was young. I was what? Jesus. 12, 13 when the Yankees and Mets played in the World Series. I would never forget that. First at-bat, first batter of the game, he hits a home run. Basically gave all hope lost to the Mets. The Yankees don't have the Tino Martinez. They don't have the Paul O'Neill, Scott Brocious, who was clutch for them in the playoffs, Bernie Williams. They don't have those guys, all right? And that's the problem. That's what this team, Judge can be as good as you are in the postseason, right? We talked about this with A-Rod. A-Rod finally did it in 2009. Granted, he was on roids at that time, but he failed over and over again. Yankee fans hated him. In 2009, he finally came through. Now, Judge has the opportunity to do something against the Astros and take this team to a World Series. But guess what? The Yankee Baby Bombers, the 2017 Baby Bombers, has not made the World Series yet. Until they do, Yankee fans can't say nothing about that team because Judge failed. Very simple. Well, the 49ers, I think, have an easier road in the NFC than the Bills and Kansas City do. It looks like a collision course with the Bills and Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. But we'll see. So the third quarter is about to start for the Knicks. Down by 15. See if they fix a couple things. Thumper. Eagles, if they pick up a running back and edge rusher, they could beat anybody. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. The problem is, they could probably find a running back, but can they find that edge rusher on the block to make them elite? Yes. The NFL is very balanced now. That is a big difference. But again, the great teams still tend to make the Super Bowl. Excuse me. Yeah, Tua is back, but he's been out 2 weeks. Concussion protocol, the new rules now, 2 weeks is enough. If he's shown all the signs that he's okay and he can play him. So Knicks are back up. Just made 2 points right there. Randle with the dunk, down by 13 now.
Well, I thought their defense against Morant was not as good as it needs to be. And I thought they overhelped at times, and I thought there was a nice little fake. This is the easy pull-up. I just thought defensively they weren't sharp. Now, obviously, there's some greatness to Morant that makes that a challenge. Hotshot launches a three. Hotshot gave him the start with the hooks out. Knocks down his second three-point. They had his third three-pointer. Back to 16. Right now, let's check in with Lisa.
And I will ask something about what he needs to see to start this third quarter. Is it the big thing?
Well, in my opinion, the Rams, everybody got paid, so I don't think they care as much anymore, to be honest with you. Bengals, nobody thought they were a great team, and they're not a great team. They just got hot at the right time, and their quarterback play was amazing with Burrow.
sixth in scoring, rebounding, and assists like he's done the last couple of years. Was efficient. His three-pointer there.
Again, another miss from 3 for the Knicks. Shooting's got to be better.
Randle, no hesitation. Just came up shot. Short. Randle with foul. First foul on Julius Randle. Donald was the last pick of the 2021 NBA draft. Utah drafted him and traded him to Memphis. Had some injuries last year that prevented him from playing a little bit. Actually played back one of his games. Morant gets inside.
Oh, what a play by Durant Morant. Woo.
Knocked down and a chance for a three-point play. That's for Mitchell Robinson.
Well, they're in a drop. Great job of sealing Barrett off by Morant. And then Adams, you see, after he screens, he sort of buries Robinson in an awkward position. And a brilliant finish.
Quick inning for the Yankees, going to the top of the fourth.
For a guy so slight, takes contact well.
Tie game.
But it is something, Mike, I think you're worried about. Like he's so high up in the air. You don't want him to take unnecessary hits, but this is what he does well. And he does for his slight body. He really does. And the better he can shoot, maybe the more
Yep.
the less hits he'll have to take.
Once again, the Nets don't play any. Again, nobody really plays a lot of defense in the NBA, but you got to play a decent amount. The Nets don't have anybody to, yeah, they just don't play good defense, and nobody really does. But you have to be good defensively somewhere. If it's around the perimeter, or in the paint, or at the 3-point line, you got to be one of them.
Okay, everybody, it's time for DraftKings Sportsbook predictions. Here he is, Jalen. Which team is going to make the next field goal, the Knicks or the Grizzlies?
Not only are the Grizzlies going to make the next bucket, it's going to be in the paint for 2.
Okay, for exclusive offers, you can download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with the promo code SPLASH.
That's just money. I don't know. But boy, has gambling changed. Or how we view gambling now in sports.
Yes, I think it's the latter. That's a go. Stein with some early minutes here in the third with the 4 fouls on Robinson. Took some quick fouls on Jalen Brunson for the two. Randle kicks it out. Brunson the extra pass. Barrett lines that up. Shooting struggles.
Yeah, that's the problem. See, 0 for 5 for Barrett from 3. And another open 3. MB, thank you, buddy, for a super chat. Your Nets are struggling right now. Nice basket pass from Fournier to Randle for 2.
Last year, some good traction between the two. This is Fournier's second season in New York after signing a free agent deal.
Well, yeah, because, Steve, they got a lot older. They're not going to use all that energy defensively anymore.
That's what they do well. They attack the paint, attack the offensive glass.
Last year, number 1 in second chance points. And they're without Jaren Jackson. Fournier sidestep. This is Barrett's tip.
All right, come on.
Difficult shot. Finally gets a second field goal.
Oh, what a play by Durant, but missed it. And an open 3 again. Einstein just all over the place. He's been the best player on the floor for the Knicks. And Fournier makes the 3. There you go.
With his second three-pointer, now with 8 points on the night. 4 minutes gone by here in the third. Grizzlies have led by as many as 19 of this one.
The NBA on ESPN. And presented all season long by State Farm is brought to you by Under Armour. The only way is through. And Ally. Find out how you can make more money at ally.com/getpaid.
What does it mean to change the game? Is it a single moment? Something that just happens? Or you can build it? So that's just the way it is. What happens then?
All right, so it's at a commercial right now. 12 points. The Knicks are down right now again. Still leaving a lot of 3-point openings for the Grizzlies to make. 3-point defense is the problem with the Knicks still in this third quarter, and their transition defense is absolutely garbage. Baby Baseball? I don't know who that is, to be honest with you. I'm going to be talking to give me 1 sec. I just wanted to see if it's Subway to Shea. I had him on a couple of weeks ago. I think it was September. Subway to Shea podcast. I'm gonna probably talk to him about doing like a weekly spot with him and probably somebody else. We'll see. Nassau, Bahamas. Awesome. Wow, that's a nice place to be. All right, Charles. Have a good day. Well, yeah, Todd, but these are elite athletes. Like, they're the best of the best, right? The best nutrition, the best workouts, the best everything, right? They should be playing at 36, 37 years old. But again, your body is your body. Naturally, it's going to break down after a while. It's the reason why the Lakers aren't good anymore. They're too old. So we're just waiting for the commercial to come back. Knicks down by 12. A little under 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. All right, so here we go. See if the Knicks can try to come back here. Damn. Not looking good. Not looking good, guys.
Good hustle by Brunson to get back in the play and not just concede the transition layup. Pointed his second, 13th foul on the Knicks with 7:20 to play here in the third. Algama, well fed that time, a hard side with Steven Adams, another offensive rebound. He was pounded that offensive glass. Adams spins again, Algama inside for the slam. Dante Algama in his first career.
73-57 Grizzlies. No, I don't think Thibodeau. You've seen it with the Bulls. He never got that team over the top, and they were so talented. I don't think Thibodeau is a really good in-game coach. I think he can coach.
this year again, opportunity because of injury. At least to start. Now, he had a great summer league, played well in preseason. At least so far in the first regular season game, he is making the most of this opportunity, and his teammates love it. Again, great size. 6'11", 224 with his college ball at Loyola as well, 2 years in college. Randle, nice ball-balanced jumper. Randle, 6 of 12 from the field. He scored a lot of different ways tonight. A three, a drive to his right. Morant up top, Tyus Jones and Morant playing together.
True, Todd, but they still were talented enough to get the job done. They just didn't. And I don't think he's a very good in-game coach. I think he's a good coach, like in practice, setting up plays, setting up defensive transitions and all that. But when he gets to in-game coaching, I don't think he's very good. He doesn't adapt to the game. Put it that way. Like, all right, Brunson, there we go. Down by 10. Like, the Knicks in the first half couldn't defend the three-point line, and transition defense is the problem. Thibodeau is supposed to be the defensive coach. You have to fix that during the half, and it looks like they didn't do that so far.
He's got 9 points off the bench for the Knicks. He's going to be received very well in New York.
See if the Knicks can get a defensive hold here, and they don't. Down by 13 again.
Aggressive offensively. And that's exactly my thought. He usually is more passive looking, not for his own, but for others. He's done a really good job of searching out opportunities.
Nice play by Barrett. Down by 11 again. Roberto, I don't know. Honestly. Probably somebody younger and more have more understanding of today's game. Maybe more of an offensive coach that has an idea of what to do transition-wise. Defensively, I guess. All right. Down by 13 again. Again, the defense is just not there. And you know what? If Tibbs can't help this team defensively, then what is he good for? He's not an offensive coach. And again, a coach can't help a player make three-pointers. You get Brunson to facilitate, but if he's going to drive to the net, pass it outside to open threes, and you're not making them, you're not going to win ball games in the NBA. And that's the problem. Yeah, Roberto, that's the problem with the Knicks right now. And that's what I was saying. Like, the Knicks in the first half couldn't defend the three-point line. And as Thibodeau, as we all know him as the defensive coach, guru, if you go into the half and the problem was transition defense and defended the three-point line better, yet you come out in the second half and still make those same mistakes and not fixing it, I don't think Thibodeau is a very good in-game coach. I don't think he's a guy that changes his game plan based on what he's seen during the game. Great coaches see the problem and fix the problem in-game. Thibodeau doesn't do that. Now, he can go into this game, see the problems, and then the next game, fix that for the next game, but the next opponent might not need that type of plan against that team or what they have to do to get it done. And that's the problem with the Knicks. And that's the problem with Thibodeau. Why I don't trust him. It's just the problem. And again, Thibodeau, if you're not going to score and you're not going to have more offensive setups, and again, it's not like the Knicks didn't have people open. The Knicks missed a lot of easy shots, a lot of layups that they could have made easily, and there's about 5 or 6 3-pointers that they were wide open. You make those, you're either a tie game or you're ahead right now. And that's the problem. Steve, 100%. I said this, and I'm going to do this in my video in about a week or so. I think Carlos Rodon is a good option. He's probably going to be about $25 million less per year than DeGrom. You can get him on a 3-4 year deal for probably half what DeGrom is going to get. And Rodon is a really good pitcher. Again, he doesn't have the talent of DeGrom. But again, you've seen who's in the playoffs right now. You do not need dominant starting pitching the entire year. You need good starting pitching. All right, 13 down by the Knicks. 5 minutes to go in the third.
We don't want anyone to forget about Brittany Griner. The Grizzlies have not forgotten about Brittany Griner, and we all need to keep pushing to find a way to bring our sister home.
All right, Lisa. Steph Curry last night in his ring ceremony speech also brought up Brittany Griner. Again, to keep her in everybody's thoughts and talking about her. They called a foul on that jump shot before you hit it first. Kind of a delayed call because but said don't get him. So from here he'll shoot 3 free throws.
Well, it's not like Carlos Rodon hasn't had injuries, but he's young enough to come back from those types of injuries. I don't know if DeGrom can stay healthy an entire year anymore. And if DeGrom is opting out, he wants to get paid more than Scherzer per year. That's a problem. Because the Mets counted on Jacob DeGrom and Max Scherzer this year, and they failed him. And you can't keep on relying on mid-30s to late 30s pitchers and expect them to go through the entire year and perform in the playoffs. I don't think you can count on both of them. Now, again, I think the Mets are going to make a very competitive offer to DeGrom, but I don't think they're going to go above and beyond to get DeGrom because it's not like DeGrom had a great year. And when the Mets needed him the most in September, he didn't pitch well. He didn't pitch great in Atlanta. The Mets gave him a 4-0 lead in Oakland, and he blew it. And he was good in the playoff game, kept us afloat, but he hasn't been dominant in a month and a half. Well, Todd, that's what you worry about, and you can't give a guy like that $45 to $50 million a year, who you don't even know can throw 200 innings. Which DeGrom, when he's healthy, which is rare, he can throw 200 innings. With Scherzer, it was an oblique. It was never about Scherzer's legs or arm. So you don't worry about that with Scherzer. I think if you take care, if Scherzer says he's never had an oblique injury in his career, Scherzer knows his body very well. If he realizes what he has to do to protect himself from that oblique and still pitch well, then Scherzer from probably that type of guy. I could see Scherzer being a very good pitcher. We don't need him to be elite. We need him to be very good. So Knicks down by 16. I'm sorry, 18. I'm sorry, 8. Excuse me. Yeah, there we go. Randle, 2 points and a foul, baby. Makes the free throw. We're down by 5. Knicks coming back. There we go.
Roddy picks up the personal, the rookie's first foul. And Julius Randle now with 19 points to go with 8 boards and 4 assists. Taylor Jacobs wants to discuss things. Good play by
Excuse me.
Randle gets the offensive rebound.
Let's go. Come on.
Shot out. Clyde Frazier.
So we're at a commercial right now. Knicks down by 6. Commercial comes back. Randle is going to the line to shoot one to make it a 3-point play, and then will be 5 points down if he makes it. Knicks are down by 17, 18, 16. Coming out of the half, down 15. I like the fight from the Knicks right now. Got to play better defense, but they're looking a little bit better. Again, it's not about playing great defense. You know, you can see what the Grizzlies do. The Grizzlies like to run. You got to have good transition defense against them. You know, perimeter, 3-point defense, all right. If you can't do that, at the very least, get back on defense when in transition. That's what they got to do. If they do that, they can do a pretty good job of trying to hold down the Grizzlies. So, once again, guys, thank you for tuning in. Talking Mets and Rob. Streaming the first ever non-baseball game here on the channel. Knicks Grizzlies Game 1. Opening night for the Knicks in Memphis. So, if it goes well, and, you know, I wasn't expecting 100, 150 viewers, but we're getting around 30 to 40 around that range. So that's actually a pretty good turnout considering the fact that I actually think that's a pretty good turnout considering. So Randle missed the free throw, down by 6.
Jones launches another three. That one in and out. Randle, another rebound, falls down, and he's fouled by Clark. 14th foul on Memphis. And Reddish back in. Reddish getting minutes again with Grimes out with a foot injury. Aldama's going to return for Memphis.
Well, Steve, that's true, but you know what? Great fans ain't gonna show up. Are you crazy? They have nothing to troll about now.
Clark and Tillman together, not a lot of shooting there.
So Knicks down by 6, under 3 minutes to go in the third.
He's going to get that more floor space he can shoot. Good look for three.
There we go. Down by 3. There we go. A lot better play by the Knicks in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's so exuberant about that.
Yeah, exactly, Steve. Come on, Knicks, let's go.
Jones hold it. He has it. Shot clock at 6. Nearly knocked away by Fournier. Inside. They kick it out. Jones gets an open look. Can't hit the three. Totally. The offensive rebound. Roddy the rookie drives. Misses. Ball tipped. Take up by Randle. Hit the Fournier. Four-man through. Cross court to Brunson. Randle fakes. Randle was inside. Offensive foul.
Damn.
Roddy steps in and draws a charge. Randle trying to say he was pushed.
Yeah, he thought he was pushed from behind by Bain. And, you know, you could make a case.
It's hard to tell his severity, but the hand was on the back.
And also, it's hard when they get the ball in quickly to have enough time to look at the replay.
Fouls on Randle. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Four that started fluid for the Knicks. They fell behind by 19, but they're right back in it. Bang, nice sidestep layup is good. His first points in the second half.
And want to influence him to his left. He keeps getting back to his right hand, particularly in the mismatch against Feinstein.
Feinstein throws it away. As he listens to a gun range power.
You good. Don't worry about it. Next play. How about you doing? We're down a push right.
More muscle from Hartenstein, forcing that jump ball.
I think Fournier's played harder tonight defensively, too. I thought last year he was a liability defensively. He's worked much harder here tonight to try to fight to get back in front.
A couple steals as well.
All right, the Grizzlies are taking some bad shots. Makes it down by 5.
Fournier, the only starter up here for the Knicks. Reddish gets inside left-handed, lays it up and in. Reddish with 8 points off the bench. Lead for Grizzlies once again cut to 3. Knicks have made their last 9 shots from the field, and their percentage up to 41%.
They come and trap Morant to try to take away the 2-for-1.
Yeah, Berlin is slowing down. Tyrone pitching well. Well, now we're down by 6.
Got a 5-second different shot clock. Emmanuel quickly. 0 for 5 from the field. Gets inside off balance.
Not a nice shot by Quickly. Nice defensive transition back by Quickly. Quickly, he hustles, man. I like Quickly.
That is good effort to back tip the ball against the dynamics of Hartenstein. Pitches fired.
And they weren't matched up, and all that wide open. Just had to rattle out.
He's hit 3 3-pointers. He's got 17 points, 9 rebounds in his first career start.
All right, so down by 6 with 1 quarter left to go. I think a lot of us at the half think this game was going to be a blowout and the Knicks weren't going to come back, but they're fighting. And you know what? For a Knicks team against a very, very good Memphis team that will definitely make the playoffs and be probably in the top 4 in the league, is in the Western Conference, is definitely a good sign for the Knicks. Find him back. And it's something that I like to see from the Knicks is a little bit of fight. You know, this is what they did the last about 10 to 15 games at the end of last year. They played hard. They played better defensively. And look, you can see what they're doing. They're playing better defensively. I don't know if it took some time for them to do, because their transition defense is a lot better. And you notice the transition defense is a little bit better. Grizzlies taking bad shots, not having those easy buckets that you saw in the first half. So the Knicks are playing better defensively, and it's the difference in why the Knicks are only down by 6. Got it back down to 3, and now it's at 6. So I think it's a smart move by the Knicks to play better defensively. They see, you know what I think it is? I think it's more about a confidence in the Knicks. Like, if they see what they do well turns them into a better team, I think exactly what they got to, that's exactly what they got to do. And it brings them confidence. It's all about confidence, no matter what sport you play. You got the confidence, makes sense. Right now, the Nets are getting destroyed. You know, it just shows you, right? The Nets, championship contender. They're facing the Pelicans with a healthy Zion Williamson. They're down by 20. You know, you could put the Pelicans at probably a worse team than the Grizzlies, yet the Knicks are playing well and the Nets are not. So once again, guys, just waiting for the fourth quarter to start for the Knicks. Watching the Astros and Yankees, it's still 1-1. And I don't know what Aaron Judge did, but he don't look happy, so I'm assuming he didn't do nothing. Steve, well, wow, Creed 3's coming out. Interesting. What players do you think will benefit from the shift? Well, guys like Vogelback for the Mets, the Joey Gallos of the world, guys that actually can't hit the ball the other way, it's going to help them. But it's going to help almost every hitter. Because how many hard hit balls were caught in short right field or short left field based on the shift? It's going to help a lot of people. So, all right, Knicks down by 6. Oh, what a block by Heitenstein. Woo. Been the best player on the court. Rose going to the basket. Yeah. Nice play by D. Rose. Down by 4. All right, nice. There we go. Quickly with a little bit of a challenge on that 3 defensive perimeter. And the Knicks get the ball. Here comes Rose again. Come on.
Leading the Knicks in scoring, rebounding, and assists, 22-9-4, 12 points in that third quarter. Cam Reddish just supplied some offense off the bench. He's inside and banks it home. Gorgeous.
All right, down by 2. Reddish, nice play by Reddish. Double-digit points for Reddish. Nobody probably put that on their list. All right, here we go. Offensive transition, down by 2. D-Rose shoots. Hits the damn it.
It makes sense. Like Desmond Bain, I understand that. There's so many guys who take that shot now, and I think the stat guys would probably love that shot because there's no chance.
All right, so down by 5.
It wasn't that long ago where that was considered a terrible shot. Well, for some it still is. Regardless of what.
Taking bad shots. Einstein, great defensively. Been really good for the Knicks today.
Gets in the paint, left-handed shot comes up short. Dominant with a double-double up there, getting his 10th rebound. Bain. Quickly takes it away from Thomas. Those drives. Deflected out of bounds. Still the 4-14 to shoot. Well, Mike, you talked about this time. Good energy. That time made Tillman take a really rough, tough shot. So. Reddish
Come on.
off the bounce, splits it up with one hand. Shot won't go. Top of this time is jump deflected out of bounds. Still a big ball. Like Jenkins thought should have gone the other way. The official got the target. I think we're going to change it. Yep. One thing I'm extremely disappointed about so far, I have not seen the transition take foul. I wanted to hear the joy in your voice.
I saw it earlier in the Celtic game last night. Fired up at the league. And the competition committee did the right thing.
I think part of the reason why they did it was good for the game, and the other part was to get you to stop talking about it. But you have become, I'm going to call you TRC, the rule changer. You've done it a few times now.
I got a few more in my that I'd like to see change, but I thought
Joey Bott? Yeah, I think so.
Transition basketball. It's going to hopefully.
Yeah, Steve, I agree.
Opportunities
Come on, Knicks. Another nice defensive play. See, playing a little bit better defense goes a long way.
Unfortunately, that's creepy.
Not giving easy shots to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, we've got to be vigilant as a league that it doesn't creep in more. Mitchell Robinson, the lone starter out there right now for the Knicks. Oh, Steven Adams got it right off his head. Just how does that not knock you out? Plus people were down on the ground. That was a fastball to the head. The ball has a dent in it. He didn't even flinch. I would have been in concussion protocol. Hands off. Tyus Jones this way well. Drive blocked by Robinson. There it goes.
Ah. Astros do got something going.
He's going to pick up his fifth personal.
See if they can get something done here.
Well, it's a good block by Robinson, and then the Knicks 50-50 ball. They don't get it. And that's a good call. Yep.
There you go, Steve. Bang those trash cans.
Robinson's still pleading his case.
Like, what excuse the Yankees will do now?
2 years of college ball.
We'll say now if they lose to the Astros again. All right, so Tyone's out of the game. Got to run around second with one out in the bottom of the fifth. Alvarez coming up. Knicks down by 6 with 8:15 to go in the fourth. And now down by 7 with the free throw. Come on. Oh, nice move by Reddish into the paint with the layup. Been very good tonight. Him and Hansteiner have been excellent. Come on. Defense here. Got to be ready. All right, there you go. Making good defensive plays defensively. All right, that's a good foul. Good foul by Toppin. But better defensively on the perimeter.
Well, they run a high pick and roll for Reddish. He Euro steps, he extends the ball. That's just beautiful finish by Reddish. And down at the other end, Aldama, terrific drop-off pass. This is the first R.J. Barrett back in. I just feel like ill effects from this.
Come on.
Rose with the apology.
All right, missed the free throw. There you go. Nice rebound, staying alive quickly with the ball. Knicks have been playing better with Brunson on the bench, which is interesting. Obi in the paint, misses the layup, tries to get the rebound, doesn't get it in. Damn. Nice play, man. And Thibodeau calls timeout, down by 7 for the Knicks. Sorry, guys. Just checking out something. Alrighty. So we got about 7 minutes to go, down by 7. Knicks got it down to 3, but a little bit of a couple of plays were a little fishy, couple of fouls, putting the Knicks in a hole there. But see if the Knicks can try to. They've been playing better defense in the perimeter, and that's basically why they're back in this ball game. So we'll see how it is. Astros got first and second, 1 out with Bregman up. Schmidt is in the ball game. Yeah, exactly, Alien. Again, they play better defense to get back in this ball game, but they have to really get it done. Like, let's go. Got to take better shots. Offensively, they got to be better. See if Bregman can come through here. Oh, Schmidt's wild. Again, this is the problem that you knew the Yankees were going to have playing the ALDS yesterday and basically using a lot of your bullpen in that series. Now you come to the fact that you're going to use probably a couple of bullpen arms here since Tyone couldn't get out of the 5th inning. Ooh, generous strike from the umpire. So once again, guys, don't forget to hit on that like button. 43 in the stream right now for Knicks and Grizzlies. We're in the 4th quarter. 7. Down by 7 for the Knicks with 7 to go in the 4th. Can the Knicks rally back and try to take a ball game for opening night for their season? Let's see. I like how the Knicks in the 4th quarter has played a lot better defense, a lot of better transitioning back defensively and running with the ball offensively, taking better shots, and that's exactly what they should have done most of the game. But they're still in the ball game. See if they can do it. 3-1 count to Bregman, 1st and 2nd, 1 out. It's probably the pitch to hit for Bregman. Oh, another generous strike. Woo-hoo. All right, let's see. It's all right, no problem. I'm streaming the game on my phone, so it's going to be behind than you watching it live. Come on, Knicks, let's go. Bad job. Damn it. Pitching coach is out for the Yankees. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Astros in the 5th. Missing layups. You can't do that. Another bad 3 by the Knicks, and now they're falling apart, down by 9 with 6 minutes to go. Knicks got to score quickly here, get things going. Nice play by Reddish. Get it to 7. Come on. No, Stubby. Yankees were always around. The Mets took over the National League. Oh, they missed another open 3. Loose ball foul, and they call it against Randle.
And when you get scrambled, you're vulnerable to offensive rebounds, and Steven Adams just buried them underneath the board. My mistake, that's the 14th foul.
All right, here we go. Come on, transition. There we go. Barrett got fouled.
And I like they were up more on that pick and roll.
Double play. Ouch.
Playing a
Exactly what the Yankees needed.
Do that, Mike, is they're playing two bigs. They're playing Steven Adams. And you see this. Brandon Clark sets a screen.
Big double play.
Up on the screen. They get the deflection. They get the steal.
Well, both the Yankees and the Astros struggling offensively.
Last year shot just 71% from the line. And he said that's one of the things he worked so hard on this offseason.
All right, down by 6.
Out there. And some nights
Only 10 points for Barrett. 3 for 14. 3 rebounds. Not a very good game for Barrett. Knocks down the 2. Only down by 5 now. Back in the ball game here. 5 minutes to go.
With Bain off the floor, 2 bigs, and a rookie, Arabia.
Morant to Arabia. Sets fires. Well off. Adams another offensive rebound. 12 rebounds in total. Morant, the floater in the paint.
And Morant misses another floater.
Brunson.
Knicks are coming back in transition. And yeah, and 1, baby. Down by 3 with a free throw coming. Can be down by 2. Let's go, baby. Come on.
Advanced pass by Brunson. Hits Reddish in stride. That's another beautiful finish in transition.
8 of his 16 points here in the fourth. He's got a free throw coming up as Taylor Jenkins calls timeout.
All right. So Knicks down by 3, going to commercial with Reddish going to the line to make it a 3-point play, and we'll be down by 2 with 4:50 to go in the game. Knicks played a lot better. This has been their best quarter so far defensively, and it's why they're back in the ball game. So we'll see if the Knicks can steal a win from the Grizzlies, a very good Grizzlies team. If they can do that, so let's see if the Knicks can come back and steal a win against the Grizzlies. Once again, we got 51 in the stream right now. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to please hit on that like button. Getting down to the wire here with 5 minutes to go, down by 3 with Reddish at the line to make it a 3-point play to knock it down to 2 points. Best quarter so far all around by the Knicks defensively, definitely in the fourth quarter. Again, better perimeter defense, better transition defense is exactly what we needed to see coming out of the half. Struggled in the third, but looking a lot better in the fourth. And the Knicks have been taking a lot better shots, and their transition offense has been good as well. That's the way you gotta win in the NBA now. And if they look, the Knicks should be up in this game. They've missed a ton of open shots because the Grizzlies are giving them open threes. So let's see if they can come back. It'll be a really nice opening night win for the Knicks. Again, nobody expects the Knicks to win 55, 56 games, but you never know. So we go into the Yankee Astros in the 6th inning, tied at 1. Very competitive game. Both teams haven't hit. All right, so here we go. Less than 5 minutes to go. Knicks down by 3 with Reddish going to the line to make it a 3-point play after he got fouled and could make it a 2-point game. Makes the free throw, and now he is And now the Knicks are down by 2 with 4:45 to go. Come on. Cam Reddish been one of the best Knicks on the court tonight offensively. That's a rough foul call there. Jeez.
I actually thought he should have gotten most improved last year. John Morant got it. Certainly deserved it, but he tried to give it to him. Yep. You know, sometimes, Mike, in those awards, it's most improved.
Come on.
Or most improved.
All right. Mr. Free throw. A little pressure on the Grizzlies here. Had a couple of double-digit leads throughout the game. And now they're struggling at the line, struggling around the perimeter. All right. Knicks down by 3 again. 4.5 to go. Brunson coming up the court with the ball. See Brunson going to the net. It's not a really good, but Randle with the rebound. Oh, wow. Not a good play, but that's a bad shot by the Grizzlies. Transition by the Knicks. All right, they held it. Took it a little easy there. Einstein and makes the 2. Down by 1. Here we go. Einstein been a really good player for the Knicks tonight. Oh, great defense. Go, go, go. Knicks can take the lead here. Yeah. Brunson with the layup. 96-95. 3.5 to go. Let's go. There we go. Timeout, Memphis. Knicks come all the way back from a double-digit lead at the half to take a 1-point lead with 3:20 to go. And this is where you need Thibodeau to come up with better defensive sets. Have to. That's exactly what he has to do. Thibodeau is a defensive coach. We need him to continue to get these guys to play good defense. They done it this quarter. They got to continue it. Got to get it done here. Got to get it done. Come on. So 96-95 Knicks trailing double digits at the half, came all the way back. The defense that we talked about was a huge problem the first 3 quarters. They figured it out in the fourth quarter. I don't know what took them so long, but it's probably just effort, in my opinion. See if they can get it done and steal a win from the Memphis Grizzlies. And Verlander is trying to get out of the 6th inning. Well, yeah. I mean, nowadays they make so many different colored hats now. I got a ton of black men hats, so. But we'll see. All right, come on, Knicks. Let's go. 3 minutes to go. Down by 2 now. Nice turnaround floater to tie the game from Brunson. This is where Brunson gets really good as a point guard, as a player on the court. He thrived with the Mavericks in the fourth quarter. All right, here we go. 2.5 to go. Barrett coming in. Layup. Bad shot. Damn it.
John Morant will shoot free throws as Randle picks up his 4th. That's really a critical miss. Obviously, the missed basket but also the foul in the penalty situation.
R.J. Barrett, who's done a nice job doing some solid defense on Moran here in the second half, has really struggled shooting 3 for 14 from the field. Moran, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Here in the fourth quarter. That's his just third point here in the fourth.
Luka Doncic on his phone, looking up his stats.
Is that what you think he's doing?
All right, come on.
That is one heck of a player. He's my, what is that called? My prediction for MVP.
All right, down by 2 again. An offensive foul by Randle. Gave the free throws. Brunson ties the game again with a nice jump shot. Again, this is what Brunson does. He's done this with the Mavericks. He's a fourth quarter guy. Fourth quarter player shows up. Come on. Both teams at 100. Hope he got the over. Oh, nice play. Ah. Damn it. Oh, they called a loose ball foul. Are you kidding me? How can you do that? How can you call that? Come on. You cannot call a loose ball foul like that with the shot clock going down. That is a crap call. Come on.
Good contest by Hartenstein.
Jesus.
That's just a foolish foul.
It is a dumb foul by Randle, but come on. Can't make that call. Can't make that call. God damn it.
Last year, again, limited duty, didn't shoot free throws well, just 62%.
And Adams, the handful on this.
And does it again, takes it back down.
Missed the free throw and got the rebound. Ah. Damn it.
They're playing in a drop. Hartenstein with an unnecessary reach, a terrific finish by Moran, but it was all started by Steven Adams. Just
Can't let them get the rebound there.
Underneath the rim.
17 offensive rebounds for Memphis.
And the Astros take the lead with a Gurriel home run, 2-1. Yuri Gurriel. Oh, yep, Yuri Gurriel with a solo home run, leading off the bottom of the sixth. Knicks down by 4 with a minute 40 to go.
It's like a loose ball, anything goes. Free throw rebound is the same thing. Anything goes. So you saw Adams just basically obliterate, wedge, whatever you want to say. Hartenstein, I mean, look at that. That's a lot of fouling by Hartenstein, a lot of pushing by Adams, and then Adams with a terrific screen, the drop coverage, and the attack by Moran. Many people think that Adams is the strongest
Yeah.
player in the NBA. Showed it there.
Yeah, Charles, not bad, right? 70 viewers was the top so far for a first-time Knicks stream on the Mets channel. I can't complain. I appreciate that.
It was tied at 100. Barrett misses the transition layup. The foul is hers. Then they foul again. Give up a free throw rebound.
Come on, Knicks, let's go. You can win this game still. Let's go.
These games can change down the stretch.
You know what? The Knicks are learning to be a team, a good team. Good teams find ways to win at end of games. They play better. They show up.
That's some good things. Brunson and Randle.
And Randle finally gets a foul call. Finally.
So 2 huge free throws right now for Julius Randle, who has been excellent tonight.
Excellent.
On his second foul.
Yeah, excellent after timeout play where Reddish slipped out of a pick and roll for Randle, which gave Randle the direct line drive to his left hand.
Knocking down the first.
Come on.
And I'll say this again, Mike. If
No, Roberto, I think he's a bad in-game coach, and I think it's showing you right here. All right, see if Randle can knock it down to 2 points, and he does. All right, come on.
2 clutch free throws there from Julius Randle. Now a 23-point night.
23 points for Randle tonight. Randle and Reddish, the point scorers, the high point scorers for the Knicks.
Taking his time. Barrett's guarded him a lot here in the fourth quarter.
Got to get a defensive stop here, down by 2. Oh, okay, nice play, but Grizzlies still got it. Ah, come on. Jesus Christ. Steven Adams hurting the Knicks right now. All right, minute to go, down by 4. And then 3. Open shot, missed it. God damn it. And the end. Solo home run from McCormick. 3-1 Astros. Missed 3. Big miss 3. Come on, Knicks. 35 seconds left. That's a bad 3, but the Knicks still got time. Oh, and 1, baby. Come on.
And really, you didn't need that 3. That, again, players in
Come on.
transition get impatient when down. That's a
Make the free throw here. You're down by 1 with 28 to go.
very good pass by Brunson. It's a good finish.
Come on. Brunstein. Let's go.
9-second difference between shot clock and game clock. They still have 1 timeout remaining, so that's huge. If Einstein hits this, they don't have to foul.
13 points for Hardenstein right now. 6 for 10 at the field. And makes the free throw.
Taylor Jenkins calls a timeout.
Down by 1 with 28.9 to go. Yeah, exactly, Steve. I think Canna got hit by another pitch, by the way. So here we go. Knicks are fighting, trying to stay alive here. There is 28.9 on the game clock, 24 obviously shot clock, so the Knicks can get the ball back with a good defensive play, even if the Grizzlies hold it for the last couple of seconds. The Knicks, if they stop them with, because you know they're going to try to run down the clock and try to set up at least 1 shot, and the Knicks can stop them here and try to get the ball back still down by 1 or possibly down by 3. All right, here we go. 28.9. Can the Knicks make a defensive stop here and get the ball back and take this win away from the Grizzlies? Let's see.
Knicks keep the same group that's been in there. Randle, Brunson, Einstein, Barrett, and Cam Reddish.
You know, one thing I would do too at that point, if drop a Rance in a pick and roll, I'm going to not drop Hardenstein back. I'm going to have him up on the screen.
Come on.
Goes in the backcourt to get it. Again, 4.9 second difference between shot clock and game.
So they're definitely going to slow it down until the shot clock gets low, get it down as far as they can for the game clock. All right. Oh, what a play.
Good screen by Aldama. Morant got a running start at Randle and then just crossed him over. And a beautiful left-hand scoop finish.
32 points now for John Morant. And now the strategy for Memphis with 8.4 remaining. Tom Thibodeau uses his final timeout, so will advance the ball. If you're the Grizzlies, do you foul?
Again, every coach has his belief system. My belief system is yes.
Come on.
You do. If the ball is hot.
I agree, Steve. He would have been right on his ass. But you can't touch these guys anymore. But you know what? The Knicks can tie the game here.
Obviously, that's too dangerous.
The Grizzlies, this one coming down to the final possession.
And again, what Knicks
Once again, guys, Knicks Grizzlies, 8.4 left in the fourth. Knicks down by 3. Going to get the final shot. Let's see if the Knicks can bring it to overtime or lose the game. But they fought hard in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can get it done. Come on.
Brunson will inbound. Morant playing off the inbounds.
Come on, you got time. Take your time.
Brunson on the drive, kicks it out, finish.
Yeah. Tie game. Cam Reddish, baby. 3 seconds to go. Yeah. Let's go. Cam Reddish.
And again, that's why I believe in the foul. But
Beautiful.
not gonna foul. Why are
What passing by the Knicks? Let's go.
when you're up 3?
Let's go.
Defend inside the arc.
A terrific
What?
play by Brunson.
Look at the movement.
And Reddish goes for
The defense is all over the place. Look at the movement. Reddish went right to the three-point line in the corner. Challenged it, but what a three. Cam Reddish. Woo! Let's go.
Aldama gets lost.
That was all about the movement
Knockdown shot by Reddish.
without the ball.
Just superb.
Movement without the ball.
Bench in 23 minutes.
Got 3 seconds left.
Quarters, 8 for 13 from the field. Again, he's playing tonight because Quentin Grimes is out with a sore foot. And he has made the most of the opportunities. There you see
Yeah, exactly, Charles.
both teams out of timeouts.
Look, Reddish is talented. He's got to stay healthy. That's been his big problem in his career. Well, in his young career, I should say. All right, Knicks, your defense got you back into this ball game. How to get this to OT.
For a second shot or an overreaction to Morant. They want to get Morant. He'll start in the backcourt. They're going to try to get him on a running start to the basket.
Barrett leaning toward him, ran again in the backcourt. A whole 3 seconds. He covered a lot of ground in 3 seconds.
Got to be careful here.
Flipping into the
Don't make it easy. Oh, look at this. Offensive foul. Yep. Great by Brunson. Just nice charge. That's a charge. And they can't challenge because they don't have a timeout. The Knicks can win it here with 0.5 of a second. Yep. Yep.
You're right on it, Joe. It's a charge, but also they ran that play last year.
Oh, we're going to overtime. Of course, talking Mets with Rob can never finish in a regular game. It's always got to be longer. That's how it goes. Well, Knicks taking a really good team. Yeah, that's definitely an offensive charge right there. Good play by Brunson. Step it up and taking the pounding right there. Right where he needed to. Got his feet planted. Beautiful. And just like that, OT. If it's not extra innings or a 4-hour game on Talking Mets at Rob, it is not the channel, right? So going to OT, game 1 opening night for the Knicks. Knicks fourth quarter, the best quarter of the game, kept them in the game and got that big 3-pointer by Cam Reddish with exactly what they needed to do. They didn't panic. Movement without the ball gave them a chance for that 3, and Reddish knocked it down. Yep. Exactly, Alien. Exactly. Smart point guard right there. He knew what he had to do there. Look, either way, if he challenged him there and it wasn't a charge, what are you going to do, right? They either were going to call a defensive foul or he made the shot. What are you going to do? But he went for it. Come on. Yeah, exactly, Steve. Inebriated, I'm telling you, man. I don't do short games on this channel. It never fails. Never fails. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't do a stream with the Astros and Mariners doing 18 innings. That would have been my luck, right? All right, here we go. 5-minute OT. See if the Knicks can win this game here.
Morant with 32 points. He's out there with Conchon, Steve Adams, Tyus Jones.
Be right back, guys, for 1 second.
He's played 35 minutes. That's the most on the Knicks. He's out there just trying a 5-minute overtime. The fourth.
All right, travel call. Here we go. Knicks getting the ball. Exactly, Alien. 10th inning. Eat me a brownie. Offensive foul on Randle. Randle's out of the game. He fouled out.
24 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. But that's his 6th foul. There's the Bane. Get out of the locker room back in the game. Good to see the Bane's okay. This first one was a good non-call. Yeah, it was a flop. Elbows a little harder in the face than the ball was for Adams earlier. Adams going in the back. Brandon Clark gets Fournier returns.
Yeah, Barrett needs to set him up for sure. Guys like Reddish, Henderstein, and Brunson in the fourth quarter. There we go. That's a steal. Brunson right there. Oh, what a block by Morant. That's a good hustle play right there. Oh, alley-oop. All right, Knicks take a timeout, down by 2. Well, they had an easy layup right there, but Morant with the big hustle coming back on defense. Again, all it takes is hustle. That should have been a foul, though. He did hit him. But good defensive play. I don't care. I'm one of those 90s basketball type of fan. So I don't think they should call that foul, but in this day and age, they usually call that foul. So it's funny how they don't call it now in overtime. They swallowed the whistle, which is hilarious to me. If you call it all game, call it in overtime as well. He did hit him. He bumped him. I mean, they give the ticky-tack fouls throughout the entire game for both sides, and then you don't call it in overtime. It doesn't make sense. So that's why I have a huge problem with basketball because of that issue. Like, you could see, he blocks the ball, but he does push him. Yeah, he pushes him and then blocks the ball. So, again, that's a foul. In this NBA, that's a foul. But you don't call it now in overtime. You swallow the whistle. Makes no sense to me. And this is why basketball has become a lot softer, because you call those fouls all game. Ticky-tack fouls. Small reaching fouls, they call all game. Then in overtime, you don't get the call. I just don't get it. Steve, that's rough. I think they're all bad. I think NHL are the best officials or referees. Come on, Barrett. Let's go. Yeah, all right. Tie game. Here we go. I think it's a toss-up between the NFL and MLB umpires, but the NBA is not too far behind. That's a bad three. That's a good defensive play by the Knicks. Come on. 3.5 to go. Tie game. Come on, Barrett. Let's go. Fournier looking for the shot, but didn't take it. Oh, nice pass. There we go. Brunson for 3. I missed it. God, another open 3. Jesus Christ. God damn it. Come on. Play hard D. Let's go. See what I'm saying? Now they call a ticky-tack foul for Morant. It makes no sense. Another reach-in foul they call, but they don't call when he hit Brunson before he blocked him. It's a reach foul. I just don't get it. How do you call that, but you don't call the play on Brunson? I don't get it. Jesus Christ. It doesn't make no sense to me. And he missed it. Right, that helped us. Nice play. Oh, he missed it. Oh. Wow. Barrett struggling. Nice defense. Oh, can't get the defensive rebound. And he missed it. Come on. Miss another layup.
Barrett's getting stuck on a lot of these screens right now. I think he's letting his offensive struggles impact his defense.
Morant gets in the paint, triple team, throws it away. Reddish gets another steal. Here comes Reddish, drives it in.
That's how you finish, baby. All right.
22 for Cam Reddish.
There you go, Cam. 22 points for Reddish. Minute 45 to go. Tie game. Oh, there we go. Shot clock violation. There we go. Good job. Good defense.
Bane was trying to play through it. Now he's really limping.
Triple teaming John Morant, making him make bad passes. And that's how you finish. No layup, dunk it. All right. Knicks can take the lead here with a minute, less than a minute and a half to go. Oh, nice move by Brunson. All right, we got the rebound though. Brunson for 3. Oh, Missed it again. Yeah, Joe. The problem was the green screen wasn't working properly. He was using too much power for the stream, and it was like sketchy. So it didn't look good. Oh, wide open three. That's the difference in the game. The Knicks can't make a wide open three. 45 seconds left. Reddish. This game's over. Gotta foul him. Game over. 4-1 Astros. Penny with a solo home run.
It comes after a scramble. You're trying to get the ball out of Morant's hands.
Both teams have actually been terrific on the offensive glass. Knicks have 18, Memphis 20. Trying to get away from Barrett. Does so. Throws it ahead to Jones. Jones is fouled. Jones an excellent free throw shooter. He got hit in the face. Backup point guard. Tyus Jones. With this huge bucket.
Well, it came down to the Knicks not making the open three at the tie game, and they missed it. Grizzlies didn't miss the open three.
Due to injury, no hesitation. He's played with no hesitation the entire night. Hasn't shot it particularly well, but he's been ready.
No, good fight for the Knicks, but you couldn't. You should have won this game. Barrett, the Knicks were in this game, and Barrett played awful. Just imagine if Barrett played decent, they'd probably win this game. No, it's not over yet. They got to make the one free throw. Robinson coming into the game for Hernacek. Up for Fournier, excuse me.
Jones last year from the free throw line, 82%. That's his career number. These are his first free throws of the night.
And he missed both of them. All right, the Knicks are not done. Timeout, and they got 4 seconds to go. So Grizzlies cannot finish the job, giving the Knicks a chance to tie the game again.
This is both free throws. And you wonder if Taylor Jenkins will foul this time. They have a foul to give. So twice. Will they foul twice? And again, you have a philosophy born out over years of experience. So just because there's one make doesn't make you change your mind. But I would be surprised if I wonder if Aldama is going to be back in the game for this type of play, because he was the one that made the mistake with Reddish.
So here's the play in the final seconds of regulation. Knicks were down 3 at the time. Brunson drives inside. Aldama defending him, and they don't point, leaving Reddish open. That side of the game, that was a big-time shot, too. But at this point, I said this earlier, there's no need if you're Memphis to have anybody guarding you.
It's only fitting for double overtime on Talking Mets around.
So Brunson comes out, Hartenstein, Fournier, Reddish, and Barrett.
But if you're going to foul, remember, these are catch-and-shoot situations, too. You can't try to foul somebody as they're catching, trying to shoot. And this time they have Aldama off the ball.
Last scenario, John Rand played off the ball.
Can they get a quick three here?
It's the 3. Reddish back to
Oh, and they fouled them. Not a bad foul.
He'll shake it up. That's the foul to give.
All right, foul to give. So they got still.
Vulnerable on that switch if they want the same exact thing is for Reddish to fake it and turn and shoot the three.
That's a ball in the side. That was a hard foul. Covering that sportsman, I just wanted to make sure Brunson got fouled. They'll try it again.
See if they can get it in.
Fournier catches, Fournier fakes, Fournier threes.
Oh man, he had it. Damn it. Ah. All right, guys. So the Knicks unfortunately couldn't pull it out and take that game from the Grizzlies. But they had the opportunities early, about a minute left. They had the opportunity to take the lead and take control over the overtime quarter, but they did not. Knicks lose by 3. As you can see, final score 115-112 in overtime. But it was a good game. If they played the way they did the entire game in the fourth quarter and actually played better defense, they probably win this game. But let's be honest, if it wasn't for Cam Reddish and Hertenstein and Randle, the Knicks would have never been in this game. If RJ Barrett played decent in this game, the Knicks win the ball game. So it comes back to the fact that the Knicks need to play better. Better defense early on, and that's why they lost that game. And then Barrett didn't show up in this game. So with that said, guys, Knicks lose 115-112 opening night. They played tough. They played hard, but there was a lot of mistakes in this game that could have easily won them in this game. A lot of open threes missed. Bad defense early, and Barrett didn't show up. That's got to change if this team wants to make the playoffs. So 115 Grizzlies, 112 Knicks. Everybody, it was fun for the first time throwing a Knicks game on here besides a baseball game. Thank you for tuning in. I'll let you guys know if I do another Knicks game or maybe a Ranger game. We'll see. The Knicks play Detroit at MSG. We'll see for their opening night at MSG. We'll see if I do that. We will see. So with that said, everybody have a good night. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Mets. Everybody have a good night, guys.